We're live, but I gotta eat. That's what it is. It is what it is. So I hope that I had three go rounds on this whole YouTube thing. And I hope you guys get the notification. If not, I guess I'm done. But it's the StreamYards. Let's post a link. Let's get that out there right away. And then let's hope that this works here. Oh, it rejected my comment. Hasn't done that in a while. Let's see if we can do it again. Hold on. Post comment. Why is it rejecting my comment? It doesn't like me today. Oh, it rejected it again. I'm going to have to do it manually. All right, you guys. I see one of you guys in here. It's very well possible that my feed's not coming out. So you guys are going to have to share it out. Get creative if you really want it to get out there. Just a short stream. But I'm trying to get the StreamYards link to you guys. Here, I got another phone in my pocket. Hold on. David Bourne in the house. He's number 1 or 2. He's number 1. I'm trying to get this StreamYard link, man. I don't know what happened. It is what it is. It would help if I could get off of... Okay. Let's do... Okay. I'm working on my comment. Now that you keep commenting, it keeps messing up. Now I got to put in the link manually, right? FTP. Shouldn't be that hard to get to my channel, but it is. Oh yeah, FTP all over the Kapka. And let's put in the link. I don't know why I can comment like a million times to help. Yes, help. Send the people in. No, HTTP ... // StreamYards. StreamYards.com. And it is, what is that? Is SX 3DB TPF 5E 5. Is it capital E? It's lowercase e. All right, please work. There you go. It's in there once anyways. Right. Thanks, David Bourne. I can't believe you came back a third time around. You're glutton for punishment, bro. Look, I'm just eating. You're welcome to come up. I'm just going to mute my camera out so you can't watch me eat. Hi, you made me want fries. I make you want a lot of things. Time to run out to Mickey D's or Burger King and get you some for show. Get to order in. Just order some takeout or order out. I had to go get mine though. Okay, I'm not going to eat in front of you guys, okay? That's just rude. I'm going to mute my camera now, unless you guys want to watch all of this eat, all of these fries so nice, slowly, elegantly, when I really want to just, you know how it is. Nobody wants to hear that or see it, so here I go. I'm muting out. You guys come up on the panel. Chill out. If you got something you want to talk about, hippie, you can come on a panel and talk about it. David Bourne, you don't got to always stay and be a keyboard warrior. You can come on up. Yeah, well, look, if you look real close, you get some fry in there just like, yeah. You know. Sure. You guys, look at this. Pepper poppers. Yes. Behold. Ah! I caught it. That counts. It was a good save. 5-second rule, man. Don't. Okay. Yes, we're on StreamYard. Promise. Pepper poppers. For anyone that wants some pepper poppers. She says they're too hot, and she gave them to me. So we try the pepper popper. Oh, yeah. Oh. Ooh. Okay. Swallow that a little bit quicker. Okay. SNS says Heidi from Missouri. Yeah, pepper poppers. What got me? I wasn't expecting that kick. It does have some, and it's a little jalapeno-y. So hey, and my nose started running, so you know it good. Make it so good, man, you want to smack your mama. Tastes so good. So how for your ass, big taco? Right, big boy. How you handling them pepper popper? Pick the piper, Peter Pepper, pick the pepper. Look, man. Who's coming up on panel here, man? Hey, Mommy and Money, SNS, you coming up on the panel? You and Joe got into it the other day. Now, I want the exclusive aftermath of what Joe said. Okay? Because you and him was going at it so hard that I left. Okay? So I got out of the middle of it. But I want you to come up here and explain what happened between you and Joe. And why it happened. And why it continues to happen. Oh, my StreamYard link is not working? Come on. Okay, I'm going to quit eating. I'm going to get the StreamYard link going. Thanks for telling me. I don't know. I'm going to try and do it again like this. I mean, this is what's bad about StreamYard. What if you paste and copy it yourself? Like, I'm just trying to think of how I can do this, or if a mod does it. Oh, I hit cancel. I didn't just hit myself, guys. I'm not into that self-harm stuff. Try that link. PF? Maybe I missed the P. I'm sorry I'm still eating, guys. Once one of you guys gets up on the panel, I'm going to shut my camera off, and I'm going to quit eating in front of you. So, unless y'all want to keep watching me do this. Ooh, two guests. We got 6 minutes. We got...
It's working.
It's working.
Ladies, you're supposed to go first. You know that.
Oh, Mommy and Manny said Safety Man got in here first.
It don't matter, but you said, ooh, 2 guests, and then you let him up on panel before me. I'm the lady. I'm supposed to go first.
So whose name did I say first?
You said there was 2 guests, and then you let Safety Man on the panel first, but I was there at the same time. Safety man was there, but you still let him on the panels first, and it's supposed to be ladies first.
Get him, girl. Get him.
See, there's nothing I can say that'll get me out of the doghouse. I basically stuck myself into the ground this time, and there's no working my. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry, darling, or I'm very sorry, Mommy and Minnie.
Look, you ain't got to call me all those fancy, schmancy names and whatnot, but
I'm trying to be Southern, a Southern gentleman or something. Here, jalapeno popper for you.
yeah, no. I told you, big talker, it's too hot for your motherfucking ass. You sit there and talk all that shit. She said it was too hot for her. Then you go sit there and eat it, and then you're like, "Whew, yeah, maybe it's a little too hot for me. Hold on, y'all. I ain't trying to let y'all see all this. Hold on, let me grab me a sip of drink." Yeah, I seen that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it was quick. Monkey 83 calls it. I beached out.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm a bitch when it comes to shit like that. I ain't eating it. Hell no.
Well, wait till you get to the. Okay, I can't talk. My
Now I will eat nachos with like the jalapenos on it, but I only let it just sit on the cheese, and then I pick the jalapeno off just to give it that little bit of flavoring. And then I can't do the jalapenos though.
Yeah, it might be hot when I eat it, but it's hotter when I exit it. I don't like it.
No, I got super bad acid reflux.
boy, it comes out like it's hotter when it comes out. You ain't kidding.
Yeah, it's like the devil came up through the toilet and touched your asshole.
Now, see, I can't do hot stuff, period, because I have really bad acid reflux to the point that the acid will come up into my nose and it will burn and I will suffer. And like greasy foods, I can't eat a lot of greasy foods either, just as the fact of the grease, it'll flare up my acid reflux too. So like sausage and stuff, I really can't eat it. And if I actually take a craving for sausage, I have to take it and mash it and keep mashing it till I get all the grease out of it and absorbed into a paper towel just so I can eat it.
Grease is something you should always try and drain out of your hamburger. But no, they got some sriracha or something at Taco John's. It's really bad. Or if you get the hottest of the hot at Buffalo Wild Wings, it's horrible. It's just horrible. You will die.
I've never been to Buffalo Wild Wings, but I did have my cousin call me one day and ask me, she's like, "Hey, do you want some wings?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "What kind do you want?" I said, "Honey barbecue." They come back with some wings because she went out on a date and she was staying with me at the moment in time. And I went to go grab some of the wings that she offered me, and lo and behold, they were really super, super hot. And I spit them out, and I told her, I said, that was not fucking funny in no way, shape, or form. So I've learned the hard way. If I want my own wings, I better order them my damn self.
I had a Mexican roll up to me on the side. We was working a concrete job. He come up to me. He says, "These are real jalapenos." I said, "What are you talking about, real jalapenos? You know, he's eating them. He's throwing them in his mouth. He don't care." And I said, "Well, let me try one, man." He said, "You got an extra one?" Yeah, try this here. And I took a bite. It did not kick in right away. I'm still sitting there talking to him. Next, it just starts burning. My eyes are watering. My nose is running. It's hurting for breath, bro. And I'm like, "What the fuck did you just give me, bro?" And there, of course, there's nothing really to drink around. It's the end of the day, or well, I think it was lunchtime. Honestly, he was eating lunch, but it doesn't matter what you drink. It does not go away. It was bad. It was I was crying. It hurt that bad. And I don't know what kind of pepper it was, but he said he got him at the Mexican shop or the Mexican store. You know what I'm saying? So, boy, I messed up. He eating that for fun though. I'm like, you gotta be crazy.
Well, see, that's like the ghost pepper used to be the hottest pepper, but now they got the Carolina Reaper as the hottest pepper. So And I had someone one time, they gave me some of the Dave's Ultimate Insanity sauce that you can get from the Firehouse Subs. And they had just a tiny hair of it on a toothpick. Boy, that shit set my ass on fire. And I said, if that shit's that hot because of that pepper, ain't no damn way I'm ever going to try a damn Carolina Reaper pepper. Because it had the ghost pepper in the sauce. And I've actually seen Mexicans who complain about it being so hot that they can't even eat it. I know you was.
The Carolina Reaper.
Yeah, see, the Carolina Reaper is now the hottest pepper, but it used to be the ghost pepper. And the Dave's Ultimate Insanity sauce that you can get from Firehouse Subs is made with the ghost pepper, which used to be ranked the hottest pepper in the world, but it's no longer the hottest pepper.
Is that what
So
us with? Is that what they put inside the tasing stuff?
I don't know. All I know is you should look up like the Dave's Ultimate Insanity challenges on YouTube.
Safety
I
man
don't do.
can chime in at any time.
I'm just listening in. I want to say hi to MC Joker and the others in chat too.
Definitely, MCW Joker. Don't. It's been a little while since I've seen him. It's actually been a little while since I've been on his channel. I forget where he's at. Is it like in Arizona or something, or no? Am I wrong?
Honestly, with everything I'm going through, I can't remember a whole lot the past few days. Sorry.
Yeah, you're still under it, aren't you? Yeah, I hear you, man. That's not. That day's gonna come for me here pretty soon, and I guess it's gonna be hard to concentrate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Everybody goes through things as long as they can make sure they got something at least taken care of for themselves and family. That's what matters.
Oh yeah, hold on, yeah.
And mommy, if you have his link, throw it out for him.
Huh? Oh shit! Fire damn hailstorm! I gotta show y'all my Christmas hat.
I love it. I love it.
Wait a minute.
Always got to have a good laugh.
Is that the Wicked Witch
No,
Oh,
under the
you can't
house?
see upside down feet.
There's an elf. What
Look
the?
at me.
Okay, it is an elf. Yeah.
I'm gonna jiggle your girlfriend's bells, okay? Brother! He ain't paying me no. Look at attention. And I got a Santa Claus one coming too.
I don't know why you're getting ready for Christmas already.
Dude,
What are you
do
doing?
you not know what my favorite holiday is?
Who's dressing up as Santa?
Santa.
Yeah. PDF, I don't answer questions.
But I absolutely love Christmas. I have an abominable snowman who sits out on my shelf 24/7, 365 days a year. So, yeah. I might go a little overboard with holidays, but Christmas, Easter, and Halloween, yeah, they all are like the top of the list. And I start early with Christmas because I want Christmas to be awesome.
Halloween's going to be buck wild up in Minneapolis, right?
I ain't even lying to you. I'm already getting Christmas presents for the kids. I don't do Christmas. Halloween's my favorite holiday. I don't do Christmas.
If we working, we probably gonna work. We're gonna have to work on Christmas.
What are the common things? What are the common things that what do victims have in common? What are the common things of victims? The way I said it doesn't do it justice, but there are common denominators that people or victims will. Okay, so many people that are maced or tased, they'll all fall in a category. They'll all, if we diagnose the study of where did they go wrong in life, how did they become a victim, why do they always wind up on the bottom, and why the systemic downfall. Okay, so there's a big overall. Some people are like, well, you did this wrong, well, you did that wrong, and they're quickly to the blame, right? Never that they're just going on about their life, not doing anything wrong, and it just happens. You know, people that just out of misfortune, wrong place, wrong time, many things can go wrong. What differentiates, and can a victim see another victim? Yes, they can. If you've been a victim of something yourself, you can usually easily spot out the ones that have been victimized. And that's a fact. It doesn't take you long after talking to somebody to realize what type they are, what type of person, what type of individual, views, or if their confidence is up or if their confidence is down. So that brings us to, I guess, why a cop would choose to victimize certain people, individuals, and neighborhoods. You're not going to tell them that they can't, because they know that they can. I think that the cops will force themselves on any situation, and as we know from Otto and his situation and the kids, why do we put ourselves out on the road? Why do we put ourselves and travel with our kids? And why do we take chances where other people wouldn't? I see their safety, man. You want to say something?
Oh no, yeah. There's a few things, kind of like people can relate to other people that are victims and other stuff, but also like reason why cops do what they do. People always want to point fingers at everybody. Wag your finger at someone and say this or this. And the way my grandmother taught me, and I've said this before, and I've heard it other people say it too, you point your finger, you got three fingers pointing back. But when it comes to cops, they're pointing the finger saying you're going to do this. All they see is the tip of the finger and not the fingers that are pointing back at them, and it's their own. And there's a lot of people, not just cops, that do the same thing. We all want to point a finger at somebody for whatever it is. But you hold up your hand and look at it, and you got three of your own pointing back. So we just should not point fingers at people without being able to clarify that we are legitimate is what we're saying. Yes, that's a fucking pedophiler. I don't have to point my finger because I got a balled up fist. I'm beating the shit out of the motherfucker. But to point a finger at somebody and say, whether it's Democrat or it's Republican, blah, 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 we got fingers pointing at ourselves. Why, we all must take in the reason why we question something. We question, why is this person doing this, or why is that person doing that, before we can point a finger. Because I don't point fingers. I straight out a fact, and I try to make sure it's right. And if I'm wrong, well, then evidently I've done something that's not right.
Right. It's very self-serving that we point a finger and we just take the blame off of ourselves or whatever is wrong or the problem, and we quickly turn the blame to something else, and we don't take responsibility because we don't want to. We don't like to. We don't Nobody wants to admit. And this is what makes the justice system so dangerous. Only because you have somebody that you feel is pointing a finger at you. You have a police officer that's pointing something at you. You feel like you're under a lot and an immense amount of pressure. They're saying you did this. And in some cases, they don't even say you did it at the time. They just say 2 days later after they've indicted you on it, or that we caught you doing this 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. I mean, it's just the way society is. We call them Karens and Kens out there. They voice whatever opinion they have. Karen and the Ken, agree that you got to wear a mask, or you should not wear a mask, or you don't have this right. But when you hold your hand up and you point at them, whether you make a fist or not, you still got only 3 fingers pointing at yourself. So people that want to say something to somebody, before you say something or speak up, make sure you've taken care of yourself on those points. Because just like in all political, one person sits there and says, hey, I do not support immigrants, and later they sit there and say, hey, yes, we support you, we want you to be here, and then another, what I'm saying, it's called riding the fence. And when it comes down to, as I would say, religious, or basically the Bible, you stand on that fence. You're not hot, you're not cold. The Lord sees that you're lukewarm, he's going to spit you out. Either be hot and fired on one thing, or be cold on the other, but don't sit there and stand on the fence. And there's a lot of people that just stand on the fence, waiting to jump on the green side, and no matter what, they're going to stay on that fence the rest of their life, because they can't decide which side's green. Because everybody believes it's greener on the other side of the fence.
Right. They want to be on the winning side. Everybody wants to be on the winning team, and they all want to be picked.
Yeah, and that's how society is. I mean, that's how all things is. Hey, I want to stand with somebody that I think is strong, so I might be safe there. And they don't see, just because they're showing that somebody's strong in one thing, and later they find out they didn't been beaten. That's how wars are done. That's how wars are won and lost.
Right. You sat on the fence. You didn't act quick enough. You didn't get down to business quick enough. You rode the fence. You didn't chuck long enough. You didn't do what it took to right the wrong. You took it into your own hands when maybe you shouldn't have. Again, you got to look at that. God will protect, but if you're going to stand outside your business with a firearm, they've already done that in California, and it just didn't work out for them. And now you're seeing it where it didn't work out in Wisconsin. And I hope that shop owners understand, we the people are in 100% control. I think, to my
That's right. Yeah, and that's also where a lot of people, when we say stand on the fence, they doubt. Doubt is the same thing. When you hesitate and doubt, and that hesitation and doubt is you should always go with your first gut instinct and be done with it. You know, yes, there's been people out there standing up and saying, you're not going to do this. Yes, somebody's gotten hurt. I mean, just like this last shooting, this guy, this kid shot some people. Until we know the whole circumstances, you know, I'm not going to sit there and say he was right or he was wrong, but I can sit there and say, from what I've seen, he defended himself, but they also tried defending themselves. So it depends on how you look at who was defending who until the final verdict is done. But if somebody's going to come into your house, are you going to hesitate and say, hey, I need to have the cops here? No. You're going to sit there and say, get the fuck out of my house? No, you're going to sit there and blow them away. They're in your house. You have the right to your property, your housing, everything. And yes, there are people that are being prosecuted for defending the rights they have underneath the Constitution to defend their house, their property, their family from threats, period. Hello?
I'm here.
SCP, there's somebody in the basement.
All right, we got 5 speed one.
What's up, guys?
How's it going, 5 speed?
Good. How are you?
Good. The battle rages on. Between good, bad, evil, right, wrong.
Right. You know where that battle lies, though, right? That battle lies in the head, in the mind, that spirit. Where that battle lies.
Yep. And it also, the battle lies in indecision. We can't make decisions because we don't want to, and that's the problem.
Right.
Some are scared. Some are not. Some are riding the fence. That's exactly what you said. When you're a fence rider, that's when bad things happen. But if you're 100% and you back your thought process, they are going to take this from me. They're not going to take this from me. This is how they're supposed to act. Well, and some of that's kind of opinion, but from where you come from, it sounds pretty solid. If you're just don't be a fence rider.
I told him I'll have to leave early enough that way we can stop by Mama's very quick and I can have Lynn meet me because I can drop them off at the little ashes thing.
Easier done. When hindsight is 20/20, what would you do? What do you do in the situation when you're outnumbered 20-1? And I think at that point you go back in and you take a defensive stance inside those doors. Your property is not good enough that you stand out on your lawn. You should go back into your house, do what you can to retreat. And when retreat is no longer an option, you take up that defensive position, and now you can come out on a stronger footing from a stronger cornerstone of he tried to throw something at my, don't worry about glass. Glass can be replaced. Worry about the entire building and the structure. But don't put yourself out there as a target. I mean, the bricks are flying. Step out of the way.
Oh wow. Yeah, but that's also when you want to defend and protect all you have. And metaphorically, whether it's a building or not, but your family and your livelihood and what you believe. The thing is, you must stand strong on it. And if you stand strong and you do make a mistake, oh crap, I shouldn't have done that. You deal with it when it's then. But the fact is, you stand strong on that. You stay on that side of the fence and then decide later if you must go ahead and go back on the other. But don't stand in between going yes and no, yes and no, back and forth. Black lies, white matters, Hispanics matters, all lives matter. You know, everybody's standing. Hey, I gotta let you go. I got a phone call coming in.
Okay.
All right, bye.
There we go. Go ahead, 5-Speed. You still there? 5-Speed.
5-Speed.
Wake up.
I hear you. Wake up. Ooh, my glasses is dirty. And I ain't wearing my glasses in a hot minute. And that one's loose. Gotta get that one tightened up.
It is totally. Oh, I'm in the basement. Move me around. I can't. You can't hear me. Yes. He was in the wrong spot or something. Hold on. He's coming back.
Okie dokie.
We got a storm rolling in up here.
Now I can hear you.
Yeah, you guys couldn't hear me before.
Sorry, I'm looking for the glass cleaner.
What I was trying to comment on is when you said take up that defense. See, you know, I'm one of those guys. You know, I think we should be able to do this in peace, and we get back biblically and spiritually. You know, in the existence of life and where that life comes from. We hold the powers as long as we're acting in that certain image. You know, biblically. So we can't go in there. You know, that whole Second Amendment and all that. There's an armorial bearing. You have the right to go right back to God. If your hands are clean, you hold all the power. Because see, these people are supposed to be acting as well, but they're not. Hello?
I'm still here.
Fuck the police. What happened, man?
How's it going, Mike? 5-Speed, you still got you? Welcome, Mike Taylor.
I saw the title. What are we talking about?
Well, what makes a victim a victim? What's the difference? Can you tell a victim between a perp and does a victim know a victim? Can we see another victim? Can we sit in a chat room and can we see all the victims in one area? And can we make sense of why they're a victim, right? So why they're preyed upon, why they're weakened, they're not exuding their full confidence level. Why can a guy like Charles come along and just decimate what he sees to be
My day code that I know white.
the issue at hand? Why can one guy do that and just own the courtroom, own what he says? Maybe because he's not a fence rider. Maybe because in his mind he's got it all put together and he's happy where he's at.
Okay. I know who J. Cole is.
But
I can see.
Mike, that's kind of what we're talking about. Just put yourself in that standpoint. What makes you and be the best you and play the best part, but also understand that you don't. Some people didn't have to do anything. It just happened. It happened.
And I fought with Pop Smoke. You look good with glasses. Holy shit. You look totally different.
Nothing they can control Out of
Normally, with my hair down and straight, people say I look like an actual
Not
professor or like an.
or control. Um,
Normally, I don't wear them.
others, they're easily
They were
led.
really dirty when I picked them up from over there. I said, man,
Yeah.
it's been a hot minute since I wore them.
Life and your freedom, and
Well,
at what cost? But go ahead, Mike.
Well, I don't know. I was kind of thinking maybe you were talking about the people that got shot at the little riot, man. I
We-
was thinking. Go ahead.
Go
Hello.
ahead. What do you
Oh
what do
no,
you think?
I was thinking. Well, I know they came out today and said the guy that got shot, the one that kept saying "shoot me, Nick, shoot me, Nick." They say he got he did 10 years for raping a 12-year-old girl in prison. But that's why I thought maybe y'all were talking about that. But
We can discuss it, but the issue at hand. Well, so people stand on their convictions. They stand on how they feel as a person if they've been victimized by the system in the past. Now, when I talk about victims, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Who's seen who as the prey, and who's seen who as the victim, and why did it turn out the way it did on that street corner? So because of what's that called? You're exuding confidence, or you're taking things into your own hands. But go ahead, Mike. I mean,
oh no, I really don't know what to say. I got to catch up with everything, man.
how do you feel when you watch the video? Was he going for something? Did he have a purpose? And why did he have that purpose?
Oh, which video? The cop shooting or the riot shooting?
The cop shooting.
Oh, I heard today now that the dude he was going for a gun. He had a gun in there, so I really don't know all the facts yet. I heard he had a gun, but the media is like they're not gonna let it out. But
And
I don't know.
he was going for a knife. So that's two conflicting stories on this panel. So how do we come to a conclusion when we just don't have the facts? We're right back at A, never seen anything in his hand, and I don't know how far we can impose the video, but facts are.
Yeah, we can't see if he was grabbing something or not from the video.
Yeah, you really can't see. It's too far away. He should have zoomed in, but that's hindsight of what you would do. But you heard his reaction. What the f?
I wonder if they had body cams and shit on.
If you're chasing someone else, who is the victim, Mike? If someone's chasing someone, who is the victim?
hey, FTP, I'm going to hop down because I'm getting ready to leave, but I'll be in chat, okay?
Okay.
It depends. If it's a cop chasing somebody, it depends on if the cop is supposed to be chasing that person or not. Right?
Do you think that if somebody had your car keys, if you and your old lady had a domestic and your old lady took the car keys and jetted out of the house with your vehicle, well, and you're in a relationship, is that grounds for calling the police?
So you saying the guy stole her car?
I'm not saying that he stole the car. I'm saying that he left the house and she didn't like that. So she went and called the cops on him. Now, why? What is that even a callable offense at this point? What laws did he break? Let's talk about that. When you take someone else's keys, and I with kids, are you not entitled to 50-50? Is this a marriage situation? I mean, I think that you're
I don't
being
know.
pretty petty and catty. But go
I don't
ahead.
know. Were they married?
I don't know. I plead the fifth.
I know the 3 black dudes got arrested, man, for beating a black man to death. 3 cops, Mississippi. They straight up charged with murder, 2nd-degree murder or something. They're not gonna show that on the mainstream though.
No, there's a lot of people covering up a lot of stuff here, Mike. And I'm not trying to paint the picture one way or the other, but the picture's looking pretty black and white to me. And it's erring on the side of really white. Mike, how do you feel as a white man?
I think the government knows. Well, yeah, both sides know, but they know that black folks are gonna be the determining factor in who wins each state. So I believe that's why they're pushing all this racial war, so that white will hate black, black hate white, and then they're going one side is acting like they're trying to help black, but I don't see it. It looks like everything is against black they're doing. But anyway, I think they're trying to act like they're trying to help black, but they're messing black folks up the whole damn time, and they're doing it just to try to win the election and get the power. And I don't know who all believes in New World Order. I think they're gonna try to slip that in. But yeah, that's what I think going on.
Divide and conquer. Are they just trying to divide and conquer us? Are we just an obstacle that's keeping them from lining their pockets with millions of dollars?
Yeah, that's what I think.
Is that the Bill Clinton cigar? The Bill Clinton special?
Yeah, left hand.
Okay. Okay. Bill Clinton special. Right, right, right.
I'm not gonna inhale.
The government is trying to start a race war so that they themselves won't be blamed for the overall population control agenda. Hold on, let me put that one up there. Government is actually trying to start a race war so that they themselves won't be blamed for the overall population control agenda.
I'm trying to figure out when I was like 20 years old, man, it was so racist. It was like insane, like for black folks. But now that it's gotten like 1 million times better, I know for a fact. I'm fucking 46. Black folks got businesses now. Well, it's still a struggle. I mean, it's gonna take a while to catch up. Fuck, you fucking slavery.
But
But
this
now that
threw
they're
us
doing,
back.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's fucked up, man. Cause think about it. A lot of, I guess, more white people got businesses and money. They're not gonna hire black now. They're gonna be like, why am I gonna hire black? They want to kill me. So now it's gonna be even more of a struggle. That's why I don't like what they're doing, yo, with the politics side. But
Their message and the politics side, yes. When it keeps going to politics, and when Trump's name comes out of someone's mouth or Biden's name comes out of someone's mouth, they're both losing. Okay, both sides are losing every time you pick a side, and the fence jumping, right? Because that's what we're doing. We're going from one winner to the next winner. Just what's his name said. Vote for your preferred oppressor. Google the Great Reset. Yes. Just like cops always blame you for their actions as corruption for the purpose of generation revenue and nothing. So it's all control. It's mind control. If you beat me down enough, I'll stay in my house and I won't come out and I won't film you no more. And that's what it's all about. Everybody that's doing it, you're putting them on a massive list. You're watching their channels day and night, and you seem to think that you have to have your finger on the pulse of every man, woman, child, black, white, Mexican, MS-13, GD, BD, C. If you got a problem with them, if it's in the mafia level, whatever you're talking about, you want your hand in it. You're there to push on them entities as much as you can, extort as much as you can out of them, and use them. For a while there's a couple of them that stood out because they were so ruthless. And then you went and put your boot on their neck also to get them to calm down and run, or tried to, which I don't think that worked for you. Maybe it did. Maybe you got a few. Not everybody tats themselves is what they don't understand. But Mike, the shooting that happened, I want to get back to that. I don't want to continue on a rant. There's a major disconnect here that people, they're watching, and I think they're in disbelief that this is really going on. Or how could somebody do this to a business? How could somebody throw a rock? You know, I had a cop one time. He booked me into jail, and on his way in, under his breath, he said, as I was taking the cuffs off me and booking, he said to me, "You like to throw rocks, don't you?" What the fuck do you want me to say to that? You like to take me to jail, don't you? You like to oppress me, don't you? You like to victimize me, don't you? So this is a double-edged sword between what we think is right and wrong. What they're arresting us for either matches. He's trying to find a way to justify sticking you in jail and stealing all your money away from you and making you the bad guy. And when you quit letting them do it, you do win, but only to a certain extent until they get you on taxes. And eventually they'll accuse you for the reason that the store shelves are still getting empty, and they all keep you from getting what you need. Brainwashing part 2. And it's realizing that you're the bad guy. You're the bad guy. You're the bad guy. So, meaning, who's the victimizer? The victimizer is the one that's trying to brainwash you into thinking that you're doing something wrong in the first place. And then what you're doing is not right. And it goes against humanity. And crimes against this and crimes against that. But who's the victim? Is it the one running? Or is it the one being chased? Is it the one chasing? The bully. Oh boy, pitcher. Go ahead, Mike. I mean,
Well, yeah, a lot of that was going on in the 90s and shit, man. It was like, if you were poor, the rich people said you were just no good. You just didn't try hard enough. You know, all that bullshit when you were really in a hole that you really never had a chance to come out of to begin with. But they would act like, oh, that's the bad guy right there. So yeah, I know what you're talking about. And then the system is just giving too much fucking time, man. You got motherfuckers doing 20 years for one little rock just because they had it two other times. Come on, man. Crackhead ain't gonna stop smoking crack all of a sudden. Come on, man. But anyway, in 10 fucking years, I mean, I used to sit in jail all the fucking years. I'm sitting there like, damn, they could have gave me a week. I learned my fucking lesson. You know, what the fuck? Niggas sitting there for years, man. You know, it just.
Oh, they gave him 10, 20 years. Look, when you say that, you learned your lesson. I learned after the first time you stuck me in for 30 days. I learned this wasn't the place I wanted to be. And in fact, I've never went to prison. You don't want to go to prison. You want to own your gun rights. But what they're not saying is they deep down don't want you to have your gun rights. They don't
Yeah,
want,
like
if you take part in activism in any way, shape, or form, what they're not telling you is they don't want you to have your gun rights. You will lose them no matter who you are. Run into the wrong cop and they will take everything you have if they know where you live. If you're lucky enough to be a traveler, they will not be able to find you your stuff. But you notice that you have people calling in on James saying, oh, the gun case, oh, this, that, and the other thing, and there's stuff in there. And look at how he gets harassed by his own subscribers. Okay? So that's okay. The finger pointing has just begun. Don't be fooled into thinking these greedy revenue collectors will ever be satisfied. They will always want more and are making it easier to take it. So they'll take from your credit card directly. They'll take out of your credit cards. They'll take straight out of your bank account. You got to pay an extortion fee if you want to get out of jail. This is just wrong in so many ways.
I know, right? I had to do 3 months one time over it was $300. 3 fucking months, 3 or 4 months.
Oh, for
Bullshit.
$100,
Well, 300.
$300. How wrong is that? How? I mean, you got to understand. If you're sitting in there for $300, the average person just pays the extortion fee, but the one that doesn't make it to court and doesn't get justice.
Yeah, the one that never knew his mother or father and was always trying to get a fucking life somehow, and it was fucking rough. He sits in that bitch for the whole 3 months.
I would like to say a special thanks to Pennington County, who left me without toilet paper. I've only ever went without toilet paper once in my life, and it was in Pennington County. Call me privileged white if you'd like, but I'll tell you it wasn't a good experience having to go shower off. It wasn't a good experience how they treated me. All because I wouldn't let them take my blood, a TB test. They don't have the right to stick things in my skin. Why are you still trying to victimize me just because I am at this location? Disturbing. How you treat prisoners. Disturbing. Is it really hot in your cells? Is it really cold? Is there enough blankets? Do you have a soft enough bed to lay your head on? If you have back problems, do they make accommodations for you to be on the bottom bunk or the top bunk? Do they care? No, they don't. The answer is no, they don't. So why should we care how they're feeling right now?
I know, right? Bitch motherfuckers in them jails, man. Them. I mean, I in prison. I was only in prison for a minute when I was like 19, man. Not even like 1 year. That's it. But I met one guard that was fucking cool. He was new, so I don't know if they was able to change his ass into being fucked up, but he was cool as shit. But most of them, yeah, man. And the way it's set up now, where they just want to straight dominate you no matter what. Got all these high tech fucking stun guns and all this shit. They really think they King Kong now. I mean, you can't even. Like, I was walking down the hallway where I had a medical thing going on, so and it was a long ass hallways in the jail. I gotta go to medical. I'm fucking walking, man, struggling like a motherfucker, boy, but I'm doing it. I know I shouldn't even be walking. Motherfucker's supposed to bring me a chair. So I'm walking, giving it all I got, man, and long ass hallway, and the fucking guard looked over at me, and it was a fucking black dude. Like, I ain't never had a black dude fucking try me. Yo, this straight tried me like a bitch. He was like, he said, He looked at me like he was hard. Like, why you going so slow? Like he was really hard and shit. I was like, what the fuck? And I was all fucked up medically and shit too. I was like, I couldn't do shit. I tried to act like I was going faster and shit. I know I didn't like that shit. I was just shocked by it, man. But yeah, it's just how them bitch motherfuckers is, man. Motherfuckers ain't shy to be a coward no more, man. They gonna have the fucking uniform on, fucking gun and everything. Fucking, hey, talking that bullshit, man. With the on cam, you see it every. This a weird ass world now. Boy, I be embarrassed as shit. I got a fucking badge, a gun on and shit. I'm trying to bully you and shit. I be looking like I probably would never get no ass back in the 90s. Boy, when no girl talk to you, you was that fucking lame. Now they'll be like, hey, it's like they like the lane. Well, it's all about money. Everything changed to strictly money. If you got money, man, it don't matter, man. Once you
Right.
got money, man.
It's
I mean,
a
when you hear a politician, you see one of them beautiful ass bitches in Congress on one side or the other, whichever side you think is not right. I ain't even gonna say which one. When you hear her sincerely saying them fucking words, you know she lying like a motherfucker on some evil shit. Ain't nothing but a hoe. That's a hoe. That's what you in the streets we call that a hoe. That's all she doing is selling that thing.
lying
Same
and
exact thing.
telling and telling stories. What do you say then to who's the victim and who's the perp?
Whoever is righteous and didn't do anything, whoever did something bad and evil is the fucking
The doer
well, yeah, the doer.
is the aggressor and is the perpetrator. So when you see someone getting assaulted, when you hear someone getting assaulted, when you have it on camera that one person is being victimized and because he won't walk a foot to the squad car, he deserves to be forced, whether he's in pain or not. Like Otto the Watchdog, you see today with them yanking his arms. Arms do not go that way, but they did him dirty like that. And when I talked to the clerk of courts lady, is it your job to take these payments? And she's like, yeah, I'm just doing my job. Why? Why are you just doing your job anymore? Because there's a man. I said, if it was you and you were holding the sign and you needed sign for money, would you, if you were in that position and you were holding that sign, would you like them to yank your arms like that or your body like that or treat you like that over a swear word? Would you put up with that? The swear word never hurt nobody. Verbal abuse is what they call it, but the fact is, it's a word. So people be trying you, don't get triggered over words, don't get triggered over words. Meanwhile, they saying your name, they doxing your address, they doxing your phone number. They're like, don't get mad, don't come back on me. Don't call me names, don't call me mean, ugly names in the chat. Bro, what do you think's gonna happen? You think I play by the book? I don't. You think I play by the community guidelines? I don't. So, we look at who the victim and who the perp is then. And back at it again. It's the same thing over and over and over. You can't get past it. In every story that we tell, there's a victim and there's a perp, and it doesn't matter. You're going to have to put it through your head mentally and say, and on a case by case basis, you need to decide. And yes, we're deciding rather quickly, and we're going out in the droves rather quickly because if it looks bad, it's bad. Sorry, I had to jump off. I had a phone call, but I've got to take care of that stuff. You guys have a great day and stay safe out there. Right. And I shouldn't have to worry. I should be out there cop watching every day. I should be able to. I should not have to worry about cop watching or my safety. It should not be like that. Right. Here's Mike back in.
You know what that was, right?
What was that?
Me high as fuck. Now I ain't
You
even realize. I thought me and you was talking. Then I realized, hold up, man, you was talking to the comments, man. They
right?
called the best OG. They called the best OG in the state right now, man. Yeah, I locked up with this OG.
Beanie E just wants to say and show you some love, which is nice because
Who?
we love Mike Taylor.
What their name is? Oh,
Died again.
cool. Bean, what's up, Bean? That's what's up. Fuck the police. What's up, man?
Oh, Joe Cool's in the house.
Joe
Bro took
Cool, come
4 the
on up,
other
bro.
day. I want him on my panel now. Hold up. Has anyone else talked to Joe Cool?
Hey, you don't fuck the police. We just over here chilling right now. Welcome to the room. Oh shit. Goddamn, jump on panel, feel free. Unless you a troll and shit. Don't waste your time, goddamn. I'm still trying to figure out how to vote. This is my first year voting. Voting for the fucking president of the United States. I done filled out the paperwork, you know what I mean? Shit. The motherfucker said they might try to fuck with me because, you know, I'm from the street, you know what I'm saying? So I called them back. I'm like, hey, my paperwork good yet? They try to throw me off for another week or two. But they already told me I can vote. I can vote. They said you can motherfucking vote. So they need to work that shit out, boy. I'm gonna make sure they count my motherfucking vote. Hey, fuck the police. What's up, man? Ain't nobody gonna be able to get on the panel unless you back there. All right, so I'll try to entertain y'all, man. I ain't no fucking entertainer though. All right, so let's see what kind of news we got. We got Trump motherfucking RNC speech or whatever the fuck it's called in Washington D.C. The left says they're going to run an anti-Trump concert, some shit like that, try to disrupt the RNC at the White House. So right now they currently setting up on 17th Street and Pennsylvania Avenue. Gonna have like 5 different DJs. Meanwhile, the police are saying neither department. They're trying to say this department is responsible for giving out permits. They're like, nah, it ain't us, it's you. So they kind of going back and forth with that shit right there. They putting up blockades. Yeah. What's up, man? Welcome back, bro. They putting up blockades. Yeah. What's up, man? Welcome back, bro.
I
You
kicked
echoing.
myself out. You know how that is, right, Mike? I kicked myself out.
Yeah, man. I tried to entertain. I think I did all right, man. You can watch that shit. Watch that shit back later.
I didn't see any bombs going off, so it's all good.
Oh, all right.
You know what I'm saying, right? I don't want anyone to take that the wrong way. So I meant the P bombs, whatever they're called. The oh, I don't know how to say it without saying the word, but
Oh, from me? Oh, shit.
yeah, no, Mike, never, never, not even while you
No, man.
were dancing with the ladies.
You know that shit only happened when you know how the motherfuckers be acting on these panels sometimes. The troll.
We get buck wild. be having some crazy stuff going on. You know, it doesn't always have to stay PG-13, but a little bit lower than XX. I
They
don't
be
know.
really, they really be thinking I be mad, man. I don't even, I be acting, yo. I just do that on purpose, man. Whenever it's a fucking troll or something, yo.
Right.
I'm a good actor, man. I know I'd have been like one of the best actors in Hollywood, but you know they thinking I'm a criminal. They label me a criminal. What the fuck?
Yeah, all these people on here, I found a lot of them trolling. They wouldn't know what just what that life really is about, and how much we go through, how much we struggle to come up and to be legit. Um, the adversity that we faced versus what they faced. You know, their average cost maybe where it was 1,000 a week or 1,000 a month, or 2,000. Back in the day, it was about 300. Or maybe you was using food stamps. Bro, don't even know what a food stamp is today. You ain't even never seen a food stamp. You know what I'm saying? So these people don't know what it is to really struggle. If you ain't used the old school food stamps, you don't know.
Well, I agree, but also I don't know, man. I think it might be harder on them psychologically now because at least people had fucking halfway common sense back then. But now it's like this big sexual confusion, demon, fucking all I mean, this shit crazy as fuck. And they gotta
It,
deal with this shit. Fucking gender war, motherfucking all kind of shit. I mean, and it's
it's
been
wild.
fucked up.
It's wild. These people don't know what they're doing if they're coming or going. They, but there are some of them that I don't know. It just depends on if your mama raised you at all. They give you any common sense. And a lot of times their moms or dads are always at work. They ain't even watching their kids. You ever seen a cop? They're gone 12 hours a day. What time does that leave to take care of your kids? None. You're busy extorting from other people. You neglecting your kids at home. They ain't got nothing to eat. Sorry. I said it. Yep.
Yeah, cause I think they usually break up with their women a good bit, cause they make a lot of money, but I don't know. It all depends on so many different things.
Some of them do when they get up there in ranks, 100,000. But how crooked do you have to be to get that $100,000? You got to steal from a lot of your community, a lot of your friends. Government cheese is still the best. Yeah, Kamad cheese is the best. The first 3 seconds is my favorite part of King of the Hill. I barely know what $300 a month is. Thank God for nature and its multiple food sources. I'm very poor. I believe it, bouncer.
I
But
just
that
thought
gives them
about
12 hours to beat their kids. Yeah, sorry, Douglas Howard. Hope you weren't the cops, kid. You know what I'm saying? Those kids they're cops kids got it the worst, bro. Okay, I said the word bro again. Okay, I'm back. Joe Cool's back. Let's get him a link if he wants to pop up. And I want to hear. I don't understand, bro. I'm pissed. I did not want to watch that at all. I don't think you were in the wrong at all. Uh, I understand going back up to the fence once or twice. That's how it works. I don't think you were posing any danger. Hope he can hear me. He's probably jumping on the panel right now. Wow, FTP, have you heard that Mike Taylor has said he never knew his mother or father? Well, yeah. Some kids don't. Some kids got it really bad. They've been struggling their entire life. You would not know the struggles that one has been until you've put on their boots. Until you've tried, you've worn their you've listened to their stories. If you don't sit and listen to someone's stories, you'll never understand. Hey Joe.
Hey, what's good, babe? What's up, Mike?
oh
What's going
It's not so much
on?
in your step, Joe.
Uh,
Come on, man. Okay, so were they pepper balls or did they get you with the rubber bullets?
they got me with the pepper balls. I got hit with a few of them. Not counting the ones. Some of them got caught in my t-shirt and just fell to the ground. And I got hit with a few of those. And a lot of the big ones, they shoot out the shotguns. They didn't hit me, but I ran into the clouds and got hit so much with the tear gas is what it's called. That was stupid. Like 5 or 6 times, half a dozen times. My back was hurting. I was coughing so much the next fucking day.
Oh, so Joe,
Yeah.
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I heard FTP say something about that gate, and you're right. I went up there to fucking talk to the police a couple times, and then before I went live, and then people like, oh fuck, we can go up to the gate, and they just rushed and tried to knock it over. That's why I went live to begin with, and police ran up out of there and all that. And then they started shooting any motherfucker that went near the gate and gassing every motherfucker. Yeah, so I was in and out of that shit. That was so much fun, FTP.
Do you feel like they were targeting you because, and I hate to say this, I felt like you were tall, you were big, and do you think the guy behind the badge and the vest took it like he wanted your ass? You know what I'm saying?
I think so, yes. One on point, a shotgun at my head because I was the tallest thing out there with a white t-shirt on. They was saying over the fucking speakers and the trucks and everything, you with the white shirt, back away from the gate. You with the white shirt, back away from the vehicle. They was calling me out over the loudspeaker. Yes, they wanted me gone. And they shot me. I got too close to the car and got shot. I got that on video. I was just fucking filming, got too close to the truck. That nigga shot me a few times, and then I moved away. He like, thank you for please move away from the truck. Thank you for your cooperation. I died laughing, nigga. You shot me away from the truck. I wouldn't cooperate. Yeah, they some bastards. Yeah.
Did you see that guy that? Go ahead.
I felt like, I'm sorry, Joe. I felt like there was a little race involved. Okay.
I hear you. It wasn't a whole lot of black people that were doing the shit I was doing. That's for sure. I didn't notice, but I was probably on a black motherfucker on the front line like that. It was mostly white people out there with me.
I respect you, and I respect that you're out there doing it. You're like the only one. And for them to do that to you, what kind of a statement is that sending? What I'm saying is, that's not peace. That's not civility. That's let's get it going.
Yes, the statement is we know you have it fucked up, but you're not allowed to fight back or act out. In fact, some people had on one of my videos, you can hear the last one I posted, you can hear the truck saying, you with the umbrella, that is a riotous act, you are breaking the law. Just by having an umbrella to stop the pepper balls that they were spraying at the girl. She brought an umbrella to block them, and they call that a riotous act and threatened at least 3 times to take her to jail over the loudspeaker for having an umbrella. If you weren't shooting at her, she wouldn't need an umbrella. Stop shooting at her.
She needs that umbrella to get him to, yeah.
Right.
Listen, and when I just think the way they unloaded and when they chose to unload, and you're standing there.
Yes.
May have not been up, but what the fuck to shoot another guy? Like, you guys just don't learn.
I know, right? I was looking on my video when I go to run away, you see all the balls exploding by my feet. You see little busts of clouds of smoke every fucking where by my feet, man. They were targeting my ass.
It was it obviously in someone's mind was personal. I have no idea. We're calling up plate numbers on the way in there, right? So
I don't think they got our plate number. We did some slick shit. They had the highway closed down. We went to like 2 towns over and took the back roads, parked at a hotel, got a pass from a friend. I don't think they knew we were coming at all. They ain't got our plate. And they came in through the back. We did our shit really slick. They ain't got our plate.
Because they were keeping track of every car in and every car out. So
Yes.
that one coming.
Yes. We went down the service road through the neighborhood. I mean, you know, because we did this in Chicago. They put up the they block off the expressway and block off the bridges so you can't get downtown. The first time, you know, it took me maybe 30, 40 minutes to find a way in. But I got so good at it now, an extra 5 minutes and we're in. This one took us a good 30, 40 minutes because it was our first time and we wanted to take the back roads where nobody would be at and shit. But now we know if we go back, which I'm trying to get them to go back tonight, tomorrow, and we know how the best way to do it. Buddy had a parking pass from a hotel and he had left it outside under his wipers. So all we had to do was pull next to his car, put the pass on our car and just keep walking. So it was really slick, Joe, the way we did that shit. They don't want you to be capable of, I didn't see that shit, capable of doing your God-given right, protecting yourself. Right, Bouncer. You're supposed to give that over to dad and let your dad protect you. And if you get hurt, give daddy more money and he'll hire more protectors. And you know, he'll take care of your needs. He's your new dad. I don't buy that shit for a minute.
I don't know. My first when I looked at you and after you got hit, I just kind of stopped watching, got uninterested in it, and I watched for a little while after, but I had to go to bed. But to me, that sealed it in my mind. These fuckers aren't ready to quit. And how do you call this peaceful? You get these people out there videotaping, and I'm like trying to find streams, right, that are running 4, 5, 6 streams. They're on some, we want peace, we want peace, we want peace. Well, what just happened was not peace at all. And
right.
I'm so disappointed in that you treated another black man like that, let alone.
Yeah.
If it was a white man, I would have been like, okay, deserved it.
But damn, you know, ain't the blacks been through enough? Give them don't pick out the one black dude in the crowd. I hear you.
You're talking to the police, so that means you have open line of communication. There's no violence.
Yes.
Just wild going, wilding out a little bit, saying, I want to have my peace. What is the purpose of a protest or a walk or a rant if it's not to get out what you want to say to them? So
yes,
behind that badge.
I did that. The guy in the truck who shot me, after he shot me and pushed me away, he told me, go to my senator or congressman, go through the proper channels. I said, them your channels. Them ain't my channels. That shit don't work. Thank you for your cooperation. Fucking prick.
That's all he said.
Oh shit. All right, right with Mike. I'm finna go get a chocolate milk. I'm gonna leave you in here on the charger.
Joe, well, yeah, go ahead. Get that chocolate milk. Flashbangs hurt worse than pepper balls. One exploded next to me. I got hit with parts. Look, they were using flashbangs, bombs, not grenades. Police have shields to protect themselves, but if you have an umbrella, it's an act of rioting. Something wrong with that statement completely. Everything we use is considered wrong, out of place to get our redress. Just to get a redress, look at what Joe went through. Just to open your mouth, look at how he got treated. Fuck redress. I don't want redress anymore. And I'm going to tell this to Joe as he's getting fucking milk and he can't talk back to me. Joe, it's not about redressing anymore. Fuck that. It's about fucking rocks and getting the fuck down in the middle of the street. It's about the fucking young generation coming up and sticking up for the elderly at this point. Because what we have is a full-blown, if that sealed it in my mind, it's a full-blown civil war. It is no longer is it what I view as peaceful on their end. It is anything but. They have fucked over the natives, the indigenous. They've fucked over the blacks. They fucked over, everything. that we've fought for this country for, and that they have fought in the war for. And enough's enough. When are we all going to stand up collectively? I say all of them. I'm calling on all. If you're a Mexican, if you in here illegally, if you in here, if you're still over the border, if you can get over the border, come on over. You're welcome. Right back up in that motherfucker, because this shit is not over, and you're welcome. Because what's mine is yours, and yours is mine, and I'll share whatever with you. I'll break bread with you. What I will not do is give in to these clowns. They're wrecking America as we know it. Not you guys. And I would say, come back with the. I realize now what the ruthless ways was all about and is about, and I connect more on that level than ever before, because I know it's time. And Minneapolis knows it. Their numbers are huge, and they've stayed huge. They won't go down, and every time we hear about somebody going down, there's no purpose. Cops make you feel like a trapped animal. It's time they quit and start protecting and serving. And if you're not going to do that, get the fuck out. And that's from one human being to another. And if you can't handle that, and when I say get the fuck out, I say take the badge off. If you were a good one, you wouldn't be wearing that badge right now. And if you are, God help you. God help you. It's going down. It's gonna go down how it goes down. Ain't no joke. There's no more.
Oh, that's dope, Bouncer. I'm back. Bouncer, that's dope. Police have shields protect them. What if you had a fucking umbrella? I hear you. Human nature is to survive and protect that survival. Mammals are mammals. Another good point, Bouncer. This is why it's not logical. I'm going to use you, FTP. Don't get mad at me because you're going to die at the end of this scenario. But let's say FTP is out there filming, right? And they tell him to put his arms behind his back. He does so. And they cuff him. The cuffs hurt. His natural reaction is to snatch away from the pain. When they do that, they slam on the ground and sit on his back and tell him to stop moving. Well, I can't breathe. I'm going to try to get you off of me. Then they're going to fucking hold him down, whether they got his knee on his neck or whatever, and they're telling you, stop resisting, stop moving. As we fucking kill you and take your last breath, you're not allowed to fight back. This is the philosophy they expect us to follow. Fuck that. You're supposed to fight tooth and nail to survive.
Sir, this is survival of the fittest. And if you don't understand this as a white person, if you don't understand this as a black person, if you don't understand this as a Mexican, indigenous, dude, no, we keep saying no war, no war, no war. No, they say that to keep control of you. It's time.
Hey, let me ask you and Mike this, because a lot of white motherfuckers, maybe even most, Fast Speed, what's up, don't see like you guys see. Until it happens to them, they don't see it. All they see is, oh, why would you hit a cop? You can't hit a cop. You can't fight back. You can't run from a cop. You can't burn down that Wendy's. You can't bust that store. Someone owns that store. But they don't see the circumstances that brought you there. They're willing to talk about your reaction or your violent unrest or whatever it is, but they're not willing to discuss the circumstances that brought us here. What is it, man, that separate niggas like you from Mike? I immediately can rap with you cats and we on the same page. How do I get another person to understand what the fuck, to understand my point of view?
Millions have woken up, Joe Cool. Millions.
Agreed. Thank you for that. Thank you.
We're not here for you. I understand. I wasn't there. I'm not there standing behind you. I wish we could all be in the same car riding together. I wish that we could all. Dude, the only way to fight a bulletproof truck, I'm looking at it. I'm already looking at the tires. Fuel around the tires and let's get that fucker stopped. Stand in front of that fucker. Take the fuel out. Let's go ring around the rosy and boom. Like that.
FTP, look at my last video. It's 9 minutes long. Maybe you've seen it already, but at the very beginning, that park that we enter, they use trucks to block it off the day before. And that day I'm there, they are burnt to a crisp. with FTP written all on it, and ACAB and all of that stuff. So people are thinking like you. They like, I know how to stop a truck.
I'll stop a truck and it won't move again. It'll be stuck there.
Yes, it's still there. FTP is still there.
When the record comes, I'm gonna get the record too.
They ain't went nowhere. It's still,
You know
that's
what I'd
right.
like
When
to
y'all
see?
come to tow it, we gonna get that truck too.
You know what I'd like to see, Joe?
Yeah.
I'd like to see your style getting out there, educating some of these law enforcement with a little bit of that spiritual backing.
My man, me too. That's my dream,
down,
right?
Get down into the bottom of that soul and make them feel God. You know what I mean?
That's my dream, to talk to the masses. What I do on a nightly basis, I go talk to them one-on-one, and most of them, I'd say 9 out of 10 are not on camera. Those conversations are pretty cool, and I feel like I'm doing my work, God's work, or doing whatever the job is. But it'd be nice what you're talking about, to get in front of the masses, you know what I'm saying? To be at the police training academy and explaining to them, don't let nobody tell you it's okay to kill people because they might have something at the bottom of their purse. They might have a gun in their trunk and they went for their trunk. That might, you're murdering motherfuckers on might. Don't let nobody tell you that's okay.
Yeah, but I think you ought to hit these guys on the beat because, you know, those guys are led to believe that we're the enemy. God is the enemy here, and that's what these people are being taught basically. It's that spiritual mindset that somebody thinks that it's okay to take advantage of another person or another group of people or whatever. We're not human beings. We're not persons. We're men. When we get into that deeper
No.
spiritual connection biblically, the authority comes from where? So see,
No, I agree
these
with you,
guys
man.
are trained that we're the enemy. So basically, if people like me are the enemy, God's the enemy to these people.
That's true. They're totally against God.
I would agree, right?
See,
We're a threat.
the Bible doesn't say anything about any violence here. We must we must remain in honor and that spiritual connection as well. Because listen,
I wouldn't say the Bible
we
doesn't
ain't
say
God
anything.
neither. We're here to destroy anybody that's here to destroy God. Period. The end.
Jesus said, take your farm implements and your farm tools and beat them into swords because the time has come. That's some of Jesus' last words.
In Isaiah about, you know, a man, I tell you.
You can't always ride the fence. You can't do it. At some point, you're going to have to come off and protect what's yours.
It's either the truth or it's a lie. And it's math, it's science.
At what point are you going to say that it's time for war? There's a time for everything. Living, death, getting down to business.
Dancing, crying, battle. Right?
The war is right now. Wake up your fellow man, know who he is.
Yes,
there's no
I think 5 Speed is right.
That's a big. If we unify, if we were to unify on back to one basic principle, the 10 Commandments, this shit show would be done overnight.
Agreed, right?
I think nobody knows these things.
I think everybody knows. 5 Speed. Wait, please. 5 Speed, before you start, every time you say nobody knows or see Joe what you don't know, I kind of take offense to that. I think everybody knows that the 10 Commandments, if we get to that, shit'll be okay. I don't think you have some exceptional knowledge there, which is what you convey when you say no one knows. Be careful saying
the people that aren't. I'm Joe. I'm always referencing the people that are not awake yet, my friend. I mean, if you don't know that by now, I'm doing a huge disservice. I'm trying to. I'm referring to people that are not awake. You know what I'm saying? Because we've got to spread that spiritual message that, hey, brother, if you're with me, I'm with you, and vice versa. And
even if they're not 5 Speed, right? Even if they're not.
Then why are they out there killing? Do you understand?
Say that again, FTP.
If you're out there killing someone else, thou shalt not kill.
Right.
Yeah, I would agree, right? FTP, that's a great point. That that they would tell you and people, the masses, it's wrong to kill. In fact, it's so wrong, we're gonna kill this guy to prove it. That makes no fucking sense. If it's okay for you but not for him, your reason beats his. But this is the logic of the government that we follow. It must be revamped to make it what 5-speed is talking about, where a person can be moral, where a person can
That's
go
the
about his
law.
day without injuring another man. You can't have the
That's the
police
law.
out there injuring people as a job.
Correct. That is the law. That's the laws of nature, baby.
I would agree.
And it's and when I say this, I'm just saying most folks that are not awake yet, and probably you may not even know this, Joe, but see, the townships and the counties are running, and they're basically ran through the New Testament, and they're administering instead of ministering the word, because the word comes from the Spirit of God. Period. The end. The laws come from there. I don't care what side of the fence you're on.
No, I agree. The
That's a
word is
fact.
God. The word
That's right.
literally
That's a
is
fact.
God. Yeah, yeah.
That's right. So that's what they're doing, but they're acting as if they are God. And people like us
Agreed.
are going to take you down, because let me tell you something, nobody's above God. You're there to
Right.
administer
We
that
have our own
will.
belief,
You're
and
not
no
there to
man.
be God.
Right.
See
And
what I'm
we, as
saying?
spiritual guides, 5-speed, we're unwilling to allow a man, a human, to try and fill those shoes.
Correct.
I'm upset
That's
when
me to a T.
yeah,
That's me
I
to a T.
can't
That's why I always call it out.
I got a problem with organized religion. I think it's great because it does so much good, and I got a problem with your boss, whether it be your reverend or the Pope. We'll go with the Pope, saying that what I say is from God. You pray to me. You
Correct.
don't have to pray to God anymore. There's a new
Now
law called the law of papal infallibility. The Pope is infallible. What I say is as if God himself said it. I got a problem with that, and it'll never fucking sit well in my belly ever, because I'm a fan of the God, the architect, the creator.
With following wholeheartedly into something that is human.
No, lose the word human. Hue, right there. You put a color to it. Hue. You put a color to it right there. You're using their language. You're using their language.
You can't.
Hold on, I got a text. I'm still here. I'm listening.
You can't.
We're live beings. We
Well,
are nothing
we
more
may
than
be
energy.
live beings, and we may be men.
But human is a descriptor.
And at the end of
Man,
the day, we
God
can't
created man.
prove that God created man, because even that was written out of a book. So,
well, there's where the difference in that spiritual connection is.
the spiritual connection is that I do know who loves me, because I can see it. Other people can't see it. They don't know that it exists. If you've had a near-death experience, maybe you could experience it, or maybe that you can touch into that fear that says there is somebody, the human strength that you can draw from, the raw power that can be in your head, your memory, your thoughts, all the way back to kids, or you can have dreams that are so vivid it's like it happened. So there's
What if
more
God
at
was that
play.
spirit? What if
Yeah.
God
Hey,
was
Nola,
that spirit?
baby.
What if
You can
God was
take
that
10
spirit
down
in
to
man?
2. Love your neighbor as yourself. Agreed. Don't worship any gods other than me. Blah blah blah. You can take
What if
2 down to 1. Love your neighbor as yourself, and that'll
what if
cover
that
every
spirit?
fucking thing.
Right, but what if that FTP? What if that spirit of the man was God, which is a set of rules that man follows?
You have a
So
good
that
and
no
evil sitting.
advantages, no advantages, no disadvantages.
You have a good and evil sitting on your shoulder.
Correct. Are we worshiping? We worshiping the father of good, or are we worshiping the father of evil? That it's okay to lie and take advantage of somebody else and make that them have a disadvantage. No, that's not acceptable.
You're right.
So it's all science. It's all math. We hold the keys. Once we, it's coming. It's coming.
And Mike, or not Mike, 5 Speed, I was so enamored by something you said. I had something to say, and then Joe got in there before I could. And it was when we first started the God comment. I really wanted to say something, and I lost where I was going with it, but it was really good when I wanted to say it.
Right. So if we think about how this great nation was formed and how the principles and everything of the founding of this nation is based biblically as well. So, and then you realize, well, wait a minute, as men, our semen and the creation that we create, which is that offspring, and all of our families, generation on top of generations, has built this as one nation under God. Well, see, they've got us all fighting for it because there's people out there in their heads that thinks it's okay to take advantage if it was because he the second time around for OJ. Well, we didn't get him the first time. We'll sure as hell get him the second. No, that wasn't okay.
That was
either.
bogus as hell.
Nor the third one. I don't want to give OJ any credit or anything, but whatever.
No.
I'm
Fuck
just making
OJ.
a point.
But you're right. No, you're right. Nor the third trial, the civil. Okay, correct. Listen. Nor the third trial, right? He got away. He got off the first time, so they filed him on some new shit. And he lost civilly. How can you be tried fucking or even the guys who the cops who fucked up Rodney King, they got off, and then they're gonna fucking file charges of them federally. That's wrong. I don't think what they did was okay, but you can't be tried for the same thing twice if you name it something else. Or well, we'll call this trial federal and we'll call that state. So we bypass the Constitution and you can be tried twice. Now you try to tell a motherfucker that, listen, the Constitution says you can't be tried twice, and because they believe the magic, the myth that someone else told them, they'll explain to you, well, that's not really what's happening, and then they'll give you that language because one is state and one is federal. Okay, a kid can see he's been tried twice.
Yep, you're right, and I didn't bring that up to get on the OJ's soapbox, but see, that's another thing. The Constitution, hell with the Constitution, man. We get back biblically. This is before the Constitution. We got to get away from that. We got to get back up into our own minds, get in our own state of mind, not the state of Chicago.
5-Speed.
See what I'm saying? This is biblical, buddy. This is spiritual.
I want you to know something.
Let me ask you. Oh, go ahead, FTP. I got a question for 5-Speed too.
And I'm sorry because I'm bringing it right
Hold
back.
on, I got a call, guys.
Okay. I looked up to OJ because of what he represented when he won. Won. And his attorneys actually did what they was supposed to do, throw some doubt out there. So I looked up to the fact that you can be and you can have the best of the best of the best and you can win. And that if the glove doesn't fit, you must acquit, and it's that simple. You can't paint a zebra with stripes if the goddamn zebra don't got stripes.
It's the same way. It's the same way in the rule of law, buddy. It's the same way. If you can't get around it spiritually. None of these guys can get around it spiritually. There's no right to no man to govern another man and make him your slave. And to follow a group set of rules, it's just not feasible. And once we get to that understanding, the shit show's over for these guys. I mean, everybody really take heed. The God's been mentioned in this administration more than any time in history. It's all about America, not the United States. I mean, people.
When did he admit
the
it?
less fortunate
He
to you.
just said if he did do it, he would do it. He wrote a book. He said if he did do it, this is how he would do it. He never said he did it. Here we are back at.
I think what most folks are. Listen, what I think most folks are about to be woke up to is in this whole pedophilia and other kind of bullshit. It plays right in back in those days. You know what I mean? So one really will never know what went on in that case.
All right, I'm back.
It's between him and God, isn't it? 5 Speed.
Pretty much it. Yep.
Oh shit, 5 Speed. If I'm not,
judge you.
I wasn't listening to you guys, but can I ask the question I have for 5 Speed, or am I interrupting?
Go ahead.
All right, 5 Speed. I would agree with you that we need to get on the same page. In fact, I hold a belief that we make up one individual. It only looks like, and I'm a fan of science, and I'm sure that we are all connected. It only looks like we're apart. We all make up one individual, and I'm sure of that. So until we, a nation divided cannot stand, until we come together and damn near, like you say, become filled with love and do pleasant things and have pleasant thoughts, the fucking world is gonna be fucked up. So I'm wondering, and I know this is a big question, it's gonna be hard to answer, but how do we come about that? And I mean, be precise, please. I must cut my throat if you say we gotta come together.
A minute ago, man.
I'm almost done. I'm almost done. I need. How do we come together? What tangible steps do we make first, and how long will this take, in your opinion?
The only thing we can do, Joe, is change within ourselves. And I said to you a minute ago, what I would like to see you do is educating those cops out on the beat instead of going at them full force with anger and hate. Go at them with some good spiritual stuff.
Oh, I do that 9 out of 10.
Take them back. Leave the negativity at home. Hit them with some good shit.
I got you. That's me. Let me ask you the question.
Yes, right. And then other people will follow. Other people
in general can do.
They will follow you. Yeah.
Okay, but if they follow me, I'll be dead before I get enough people being peaceful on the planet. I'm saying, is there a way we actually lose that?
Lead by example, right, baby? Lead by example. That's all we can do in each and every one of us is lead by example.
Okay.
I gotta run, bro. Thanks for having me up.
You up, Mike?
Take it easy,
everybody.
All right, Noli, baby. I can't see Noli. I've been smoking and everything get blurry and shit when you smoke.
Okay, well, I just wanted to let you know I posted the link right there in the private chat so that you can see when he admitted it. That's all. I couldn't post it over there, so I came over here. That's all. I'll see you later. I'll be back over there.
Was she talking to us? I didn't hear words she said.
Yeah, she said something to you, Joe, I think.
Oh, I'm sorry, Noli, baby. I didn't hear you. Somebody was texting me. Hold on, let me
look in the private chat.
Get out
out, man. I don't want to bore you guys.
No, 5 Speed, you're not boring us. And like I said when you first started talking, look, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I know you're saying love.
Yep.
And you're saying live by the commandments. I understand.
You got to feel that love for your neighbor or that person that's being
okay, I see what you're saying.
Taken advantage of and stuff. You know what I mean? We got to love each other just like you love yourself, your own family. And then we might find peace on this earth.
I understand.
With all the rhetoric and all the hate, we're leading away from the peace. We need to be headed towards the peace, and we're heading away from the peace with the hate. And that's why I say, man, Joe, I'd love to see you start hitting them with a little spiritual knowledge, man, and you might get these guys' attention because they're not awake yet either. And plus, like I said, They're trained that we're the enemy. We're going against their God that they're administering there in that township capacity or county capacity. You see what I'm saying? But they're worshiping the wrong God, brother. And we've got to educate them. Hey, if you're worshiping some other God than our God, as far as in the good, let me rephrase that. That's not good and goes against our God, it can't happen. The good, you know what I mean? If it's to take advantage of somebody and if it's any other God than good, you're worshiping the wrong God.
Joe, not go up there
You're
to be
worshiping the
violent.
wrong
I just
God.
want to make that
I'll put
apparent.
it that way.
That his anger was not prevalent and there was no reason to shoot him. I want to make that clear. There was
I think
no
that's the easiest.
even if they're warning him and he wants to have his redress.
All right.
Whatever your God is, if you're worshiping a God that's against good, you're worshiping the wrong God.
All right,
Whoever that may
Fast,
be.
I'm going to try to get you back onto my question.
I don't think
I answered your question. Lead by example. I couldn't answer that any better, man.
Okay, please
I
don't
don't know.
interrupt me this
Honestly,
time.
okay.
I can tell you how we could do this well. We could be better at it if you don't interrupt me and let me finish my sentences. We'll be able to do this a little easier. I want to get you back to my question, which was, how do we, as a people, take tangible steps to, like you're saying, get back right with God and get on the same page? What does that look like? For example, FTP can tell me I'm an addict and a bum. He tell me, Joe, get your act together. That's not specific enough. Get right with God. Not specific enough.
No.
Can you give me exact shit? Do we all got to do it as a people? And how long does this shit take?
But what did I say about that though? I said you gotta get right with yourself too, though, right? We gotta find out who we are. Who do we want to be? Do we want to be a
That's that
negative force
intangible.
of that
Get your
energy?
act shit. That's that get
Or
your
we
act
want to be a
together shit.
positive? See,
Yeah,
you're
be
interrupting
positive.
me
Get your
now.
act together.
You're interrupting me.
Tangible
I
steps.
kept quiet.
I know you're killing me though. You're telling me what I asked you not to do. You're saying we need to get right with God, get our act together, get to know one another. Do you have a tangible step?
Yes, get right with
even
yourself, whoever that God is, and of good, and lead by example.
Lead by example, yes.
Yes.
No, lead by example is a good answer. Lead by example is a good answer. Yes, but we're not done. We're not done.
Okay.
I need examples of that. What? Don't tell me I don't want to put words in your mouth. What does it look like when a guy is leading by example?
Whatever path you're taking, you're not taking a path that gives you some advantage to somebody's disadvantage. You have to run that path. You have to run that path of righteousness yourself. You can't sit out here and be talking all these spiritual words and then violating the very words that you're spitting.
All right. Now, Fast Beat, stay with me. All that I said, all that, and all that was to get here. Assuming we can't get everybody on the planet to do it at the same time. How does that help me get the man off of my neck? How does that get me to help the man get off of FTP's neck? Because me and FTP are now acting well. We're doing the good stuff and all of that. But the guy who doesn't believe in that philosophy is still prospering off of poor people. How do we get that to change?
That's very true. And I don't know. We just got to change within ourselves individually and spread that message and keep leading by example. We're not going to change the minds of these people, Joe. We can get out here and we can even, you can put it right in front of them and they still, they're not going to see it. There's people that, grew up their whole lives away from anything spiritual, and you're not going to change that.
What up, Jeff?
Change that. So we just gotta lead by example within ourselves and hope people follow.
All right, if you give me a second, Jeff. I see a pony or something that flies. And normally I went to that freaking site. It looked weird. Something about a baby having a baby. Maybe I copied it wrong or you wrote it wrong, or maybe that's what you wanted me to see. Jeff, That motherfucker, Kev, we had a conversation on the phone. I told him, you know, that nigga, you're creating a problem for me with that nigga. And he said he'd stop. And then on your show, he said, again, I'm going to stop. And here he is interrupting my conversation 3 times to crack Greg jokes. And then he wants him on the panel so he can fucking torture me, man. Fuck that shit. Fuck Greg. Fuck that panel. Fuck that shit. He can hold them jokes to his damn self. Crack all the Greg jokes he want. I'll hang out somewhere else. Do your thing, Kev.
Okay. Joe, this happens over a lifetime of
dope.
Wisdom. I've read the good book a little bit. I've gotten through a chapter or 2. If you ask for certain things, he will give you them. And when he gives you that wisdom, you'll know that you have it. You will know. It's a definite. If you ask for it, you can obtain it. You may have to ask him 80 times. You may have to look at the situation differently. What is that going to change? That changes everything.
I think it changes you and the people around you, right? Does it really get fucking, I don't know, do it get gay motherfuckers equal rights? Do it get women equal pay? Do it get Hispanics, people off their ass?
Do people need equal pay? Let's ask that. Or is that just
this whole system, I think where the misconception is in the whole system is the system is really geared around life and the existence of life and where that life begins. And what comes of that life will be the intellectual properties that we talk about today in today's society. We control what we need to sustain sufficient housing, sufficient food supplies, agricultural, right? So when a family started and they had that mule and that 40 acres, their offspring, when they had that, would take care of their sweat equity as they went on and on and on. Now let's get back to one nation under God. So we got to sustain life. We got to have energy. We got to have food. We got to have all these things. And that's what your government's supposed to be doing for you. Because we hold the power as men in this country. Period. The end. We are the creators of life. That's semen. Right? So we got to get back to understanding who we are, and the only way we're going to get there is spiritual. And I mean, that's just my 2 cents on that. That's what all the research is. We own all of this stuff. That's what they're there. They want to put all that divide in us. Get all that hate spitting around so these violent wars break out and stuff. That's what they want. They're trying to destroy the men in this country.
That's what they want. Otherwise, they wouldn't have shot him.
Right.
Out of all the people there, they chose to shoot Joe and another guy so many times. He went and sat down and failed.
Look at the fear.
He stood there and took the bullets for every one of us.
Right. But see, look at all these people in fear. And we got to look at those cops too. We got to give them the benefit of the doubt. You think they might be in fear because they're led to believe we're the bad people. We're there to take their paychecks from them. We're there to, see what I'm saying? So nowhere spiritually is it okay. Did it say anything about violence? That's why I think, that's what I said to Joe, man. I'd love to see him spitting some spiritual lyrics out there on them cops on the side of the road and stuff to try to reach down and touch their souls a little bit to get them thinking about that good book at least, or the principles behind what that good book's all about.
If I speak, I'll post, not post them, but I'll put some of my shit on YouTube where you can see what a normal conversation is like. The only shit people want to see on the fucking internet is when someone gives me order and I lose my temper. But most of the conversations are really fucking peaceful. These aren't the brightest people in the world, but I'm trying to reach them, and they be like, "Hey, Joe, how you doing? Yes, you were right. We got to build a bridge the gap," and we talk like that most of the time. I'll put some on private and send you links so you can see what a normal shit is like. I don't want you to think that I'm out there yelling at motherfuckers all the time. I want you fucking laughing.
No. I think, Joe, that's why you and I, we've had some choice words before. And I think that's what keeps me coming back to you, man, is because I know you got a little spirituality in you.
Yes.
I
don't. The government says church and states must be separate so they could create divide against free people and then commit crimes against the free man. Look at Amish, yo.
Yes, there's some good comments. There's no separation of church and state. They got that state of mind all wrapped up, and that state of mind that they got wrapped up is all the men in America with all that hate. What state are you in? Are you in Chicago? Or are you in a state of mind as a man?
All for fictitious money shaking my head. Yes, you're right. What people do for money, right? All of this shit is certainly all of this racism shit. It is only for money. And as far as I can tell, give me your woman's number. We'll show you exactly how strong women are. You can't even ovary up like we do.
Because that's what they call fiat currency. Then how does that currency get created?
Yes. But check this out. Back in the day, slavery days, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to stay there long. It was about the you got your money, this country. And I don't mean you cats, but the people, whoever came up with this plan, you got your money at the expense of other people, which is the way rich people do. Whether it's legal or not, slavery or not, I'm told that the employers have enough wealth to give everybody a brand new car, brand new house, and still pay them a better salary and all of that stuff. But they hoard. That's what rich people do. They hoard. They make their money at the expense of the common man. It used to be at the expense of the black man. And the way they get black men now to chip in black people is they put you in the system and they get a paycheck for that. It's become the second largest industry in a lot of places. It's this jail shit. And it's about money again.
That's how they fund their
we got to keep that in mind.
That's how they fund their retirements. We were speaking on that last time I was up on.
I was going to say, man, you were talking about that. Yes.
Yeah. So, that's what the whole system's a fraud, man.
Yeah.
The whole system's a fraud. And that's fiat currency. Look up how fiat currency's created. Because it's you.
What's up, Six?
You're the one that handles all of that when you get back. So I'm sure you've heard chain of title, right? Well, you hold that patent to be able to sustain life. And now when you were talking about how these companies were leaving all their wealth, now think about one nation under God, indivisible.
Oh shit, this phone's about to die. I'm finna bail.
See that trust right there? See that trust right there? One nation, one company, one set of rules, and that's to sustain life. One nation under God. Think about it. We own it all. But I'm gonna jump out of here.
Sounds good. It was getting heated. It's getting intense, and this is the most amount of people I've had for quite a while. I appreciate Joe Cool blessing me with his presence. You to bless me at this exact moment in time, because otherwise, the conversation just wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't evolve the way it has to play out. And
who on the panel's got any knowledge in this field? And I'll hang out if somebody wants to jump up. We'll converse back and forth on some of this knowledge.
And I totally understand where you're coming from. I mean, when you jumped on that, I understand exactly what you're saying. When you
either positive, negative, advantage, disadvantage, it's math, it's science, it is what it is, and we're first in time, first in line, and we have the right to self-govern ourselves, and according to a certain set of bylaws, and those bylaws, baby, are the Bible and spiritual and scripture. I don't know what more to say.
It's simple.
It is.
It's really simple when it breaks down to it. of
That's it.
how to act and conduct yourself, and always be in the right, always be standing at the right place, always be
In the light and not in the dark, baby.
yes, perfect. He finished it. There you go. And that's it. If you're doing that in life and you're trying to do the positive thing, but
Yep.
don't. I'm just doing my job. I'm just here
Anybody-
to do my job.
Anybody out there listening, know all your counties and your townships are run like basically under the New Testament of the Bible. They won't tell you these things, but they're bowing to a different God, and that God is in contracts to keep you enslaved in your mind and put you in that state wherever you live. But you should be in the state of mind as a man acting in a certain image on those bylaws of good, peace, love, not hate, advantages, right? Wealth. The wealth is in the man.
Are you saying that
Wealth
Joe
is
set
in
a
that
bad
spirit.
example, though, when he walked up to that fence?
What was that?
Are you saying that Joe set a bad example when he walked up to that fence?
Oh, I don't even know. I didn't watch any videos. I'm just,
You
I
didn't
don't even know.
get pepper.
No, no, I didn't.
Okay.
I heard him talking about some of it, but yeah, no, I didn't. I mean, it's very easy for me to figure out what the truth is and where, you know, because once you use that advantage, you can't take that advantage back. So, I mean, I'm talking spiritual now, and I understand in people's minds that we've all been led to believe that it's okay to tell a little white lie. Well, when you get down to the seriousness of life and sustaining that life, no, it's not okay to tell a little white lie.
Right. Can I say this? If you choose to lie about me for $20, right? You're trying to get over on me for $20
You're
on
part
this
of the
deal.
problem.
You're part of the problem. However,
Yep.
let's take that and put it into the
Practice what you preach. You don't want those guys doing it to you. You're bitching about the administration and the law enforcement or the police doing it to you, but yet you're turning around and you're doing the same damn thing that they're doing and thinking it's okay because it's you. No, it's not. It's a negative. It's not a positive.
right.
It's a negative.
You have to
We're energy, folks. We're energy. What energy are we spitting out of our what tongue are we speaking in? Hate?
I would say that to sit here and want bodies in the street is not what I want at all.
This is
I
yes.
want them
Well,
to learn. I want to educate, but if I don't have the words to say, I need someone like Joe Cool. I need someone like 5 Speed. I need someone to bring it all together that's of that good moral character sound. We need the
that's
leaders
right.
to stand up and call out what should be called out, to leave alone what doesn't need to be brought up, but to say, you know what you're doing's wrong. Stop doing it. And then on this side, we'll quit. But if this continues, then we can't quite just look the other way, because right is right, wrong's wrong, light is light, and dark's dark.
That's it. So see, what I would like to say to everybody out there is your neighbors and your community members aren't your enemies.
No.
They're not your enemies. The very people that are your enemies are the satanic cult, the human traffickers that have infiltrated your government and your local agencies. Because they've put you in a state of mind, some corporate state of mind in some state somewhere, when you need to be in the state of mind as a man acting in the image of good. Outside of acting in the image of good, it is all false, it is all fiction, it is all advantaged and everything else. If we can just get that very principle, I mean, people could grasp from that and learn from that. Because this is what they've done. This is, you know, there's a reason Donald Trump's first executive order was human trafficking, folks. I mean, this is nothing shy of human trafficking. They're trafficking you on the side of the roads. They're trafficking us through the mortgages. They're trafficking us through taxes. They're trafficking your children through the court system. Everything is a tax and a tariff. Think about it. They put tariffs on your ass.
Wrong is wrong,
And
and
they put you in a state of mind that their God says that it's acceptable to do that to you. Well, you're practicing the wrong religion, my friend.
you're morally bankrupt. They're morally bankrupt.
They are bankrupt.
They've cashed their last check, and now it's time to pay up.
Well,
What
see,
pay?
you write the checks. Every time you sign that signature, you write the checks for them. You just don't know how it is yet. You know, I've been following the
Up.
process for a little while now. I deposit a check. I put 12 USC 411. Redeem that shit in lawful money. It's on the record. I sign a check to the courthouse. I sign it a certain way. You know, it's just, you know, even though I don't win, and everybody says, well, you don't win, you don't win, you don't win. Hey, I've remained in honor this whole process. I'm following those feet. You know what I mean? Because it's a number game.
Oh no!
I'm first in time, first in line. I am the creator.
Is
Nobody else can attest to anything. You want to step up as a man and try to violate me and try to take advantage of me? You're going to go down. You're going to go down.
right because
You're going down.
good has to prevail. It just does.
Well, we got to do that in honor. We can't be negative with these people. We can try to lift them up spiritually along the process, but we can't be negative towards them. You see what I mean? Just follow. Hey, have a good day. Godspeed.
Godspeed. I love that. Someone told me that after this happened, and she wished me Godspeed. Only one other person's ever told me that, and I'm not sure if that's where I knew.
See, here's what I said. Remember what I said a minute ago about the townships being run in an administrative capacity under the New Testament? Now, the law enforcement is underneath of that agency. See what that township? See what I mean? They're not law enforcement agents. They're policy enforcers of that agency that is supposed to be ministering the word through the New Testament, but they're worshiping their own damn little God that thinks it's okay to take advantage of people. But I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. So when I deal with them, I've been dealing with them. So I took them a check today, and what I put on the check is because remember I said they're administrating something under that New Testament. Well, I put right on the check on the memo would not give me the case file because the case file would be through the law, but they'll give you that docket number, which is in their administrative file number. See, I ain't no dumbass. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
They're covering their shit up. But see, I know enough to know now that check that I gave them, that's a binding document right there, and I signed that as a living man, not as a human, not as a all caps entity. You know what I mean? So the way that check was signed, they know it's a living man. But they don't want to give everybody the keys to the castle. They've been hiding this shit from us for years. That's why the censorship. That's why everything. They can't get people to think for themselves and realize, say, hey, why am I fighting with my neighbors? The government's the problem.
We can't.
You know what I mean? The bar association's the problem. The human traffickers, the pedophiles, they're the problem. Not my neighbors. Not my people in my community. Why are we fighting with each other?
Right.
The heads of these agencies are worshiping the wrong God, my friends. Whether you believe in God or not, do you believe in good? And if you believe in good, then your answers are already there.
And go out and do good.
If it ain't acceptable in your house, it ain't acceptable. If you're truly righteous and want that truth. And stand upon that truth with no advantages or disadvantages.
That hurts. That hurts, Five.
Yes, it does. I know it does, but it's the truth.
To throwing the rocks. And look, there comes a time in every fight where you cannot back down and where you cannot shy down because you know you're right. That building was not the place. Okay? That building, although it represents something, do we believe it needs to be torn down? is it right to throw stuff at it or the police or the tanks? From a moral standpoint, is it getting us closer to our goal? And who did you ultimately, by throwing all those bricks, who'd you get shot? Guy goes up there in a white t-shirt and gets shot instead. Who did we take our anger out on? And that's on both sides. That's on the Joe Cool side, and that's on the cop side. That I really started thinking, is this because he's black? Is this because so the racial divide, right? So we got to go back. We got to rethink what just happened and tear it up biblically to get it right. Because right is right and wrong's wrong. What did we do wrong? What did we do right in this situation? What broke down? What key? When they went to shooting, there was a wrong there. And they have to know that. But to tell them that, it's falling on deaf ears anyways. So it's like, what was the point of even going there in the first place? Maybe there's something else. Maybe it's like Five Speed says. Maybe the bar association is a visit. Maybe we're not doing it at the right place. Maybe we're falling short of where this originates from. The laws, the at what level is the beginning of the beginning of the beginning? Go to the top. Don't go to the bottom. Go to the top. So we're on the ground, right? Boots on the ground, boots on the ground. No. What about if we take it to the where it started, where the lies began, and then we start rebuilding. We start breaking down what is the issue, and we get into the crux of the case to rebuild on a positive foundation. If we follow the wrong movement, if we follow the bad, if we keep lighting the fire, what gets lit? Other than a tank, other than a dump truck, which everyone just looks at and thinks that's what it is to film. Stay focused. When you go out there, stay focused. These people, they walk around, and there's no judgment here. There's no judgment. But look, if you just go there to make money, you're just taking donations, you're just getting to the next riot, to show the people the next riot. But then on day 3, you switch what you're saying. You say, I'm just here peaceful. There's a deception that you perpetuated in your videos. There's and that's neither me to, okay, you want your audience to be who you want it to be, but that's why you're putting out the narrative that you're putting it out. So if I agree, I can be popular. So you hear, if I be positive, we can be popular. If I just speak God, I can be popular. No, doing the right thing is never easy. So for everybody that you see that's got it easy, that it just looks easy, think about it. You didn't work for it. You're reaping the benefits off it. You go and just try to make a little bit of money. Where's the work come in? And this is where Five Speed's got something to where he may have a key to a door that we have not tried yet. Because we're knocking on all the wrong doors and we are literally getting shut down every time. We're being discredited, unreliable, not factual, and we're not telling the truth at the end of the day to anybody or to ourselves. We're selling ourselves short out, and we're morally bankrupt ourselves because we're confused up here as to where we really need to be. Everybody's like, I'm heading to Washington. I'm going to get to Washington. I'm really excited about Washington. Well, if there's a bar in Washington, and I'm not talking about the bar you drink at, Maybe we can get there. Maybe we can do some work. Maybe we can get to work. But if there's not a way to rewrite this and stop this in its tracks and say wrong is wrong, you're going to stop doing this to our people, to the people, everybody worldwide. It's going to become, you don't do this anymore, I think.
Well, it's not. I mean, under the rule of law, man, it's just the way it is, and that's what we're headed back to. It can't go on for any spiritual believer out there that believes in good. It will not, and cannot continue to go on. You cannot sit here and turn a blind eye to the evil. And this is a spiritual war. I know people don't want to hear that, but it's a spiritual war. We're fed up. If you don't know him, you're about to meet him. So
You love, okay, we talk about certain key words, right? 5 feet, whether it's love or whether it's the Bible or whether it's God, things that we love or that love us. And I ask every one of you who loves you, because the feeling of love will fulfill your heart. It will be enough. But don't look next to you and go, that love. Look up in the sky and say, that loves me. That
that
backs
love
me.
you're looking for is that love when you laid down with your wife and you produced that offspring. That's the spark. That's the spark in the beginning of life right there. And you have an inherent right to that. These people don't get to change the rules of the game. You don't get to play that role. You're not God. You're not acting in the image of good. You're acting in the image of yourself. Self-centered, pompous, narcissistic. Gotta win at all cost. I don't care who I gotta step on.
My ego is so big that, I just can't set it down.
The wealth,
No, I am
the wealth.
disciplined. I set it down.
That's right. The wealth is in the love, people. The wealth is in the love. That's how we built this great nation. That's how our forefathers built this. We were unified. They cared about one another. See
You're
this
falling
hate and this.
without.
They've created all this hate within our minds and everything else to be able to perpetrate this on the American people. But it's been going on since just damn near the beginning of time. I'm probably running all your people off. Keep talking about this stuff. Some people don't like to hear this.
Nobody's gone. There's 19 here, and I think they're all listening intently. And
I welcome anybody up on the panel. Let's further it. I don't want to be up here just preaching it or anything. I just I rather converse back and forth with people to try to get a better understanding of things.
I feel like people are lost. I think they're looking for some guidance. I think
we're putting our faith in these men that ain't got your best interests at heart. These group of men that these groups and all of this stuff, we're putting our faith in somebody else instead of putting our faith in ourselves. And that spiritual connection with good and love and peace, and you know what I mean? And the true rich history, the roots of this country. I'm talking the grassroots. I'm giving it to you straight from the ground. Grassroots. This is the way it is. How many people you ever say we need to get back to our roots? That's what people mean. Now get back where it all started and see where it went wrong. See what I'm saying? And the Bar Association took full control of the judicial branch of this government in 1957. So any bar attorneys out there? You're in violation. That's capital crimes. I don't care how you slice it and dice it. See, then they changed it and started talking judiciary, not judicial, judiciary. Two separate entities. One's under the rule of law, and the other one that they've got control of through the court systems, which they control both sides of the court on the defense attorney and the prosecuting attorney. They both hold what? A bar card. So why is everybody in jail? Because that pays for their retirement, the police officers' retirements, and all of these agencies' retirement plans and everything else. It's nothing more than a satanic, pedophile, human trafficking ring. And hey, you're all in violations of the trust, and men of God are coming for you.
And I say that in my about page.
Men of God are coming for you.
There's something
Your
wrong
shit
with
show's
all
over.
of us. You've all taken I Pledge of Allegiance. That was your first problem as a kid. You pledged allegiance to the wrong thing. Therefore, you're complicit in it. You don't even realize it. You were just roped into it. And once you realize that what you put your hand up for wasn't on a stack of Bibles, it was to a flag.
You've been here. I'm gonna give it to you hardcore. I'm gonna give it to you hardcore. You were followers, and you weren't leaders like your forefathers. You were followers. You became followers. We all became followers, following other people, right? They're other people's directions instead of following our own. So what state of mind were we in? We lost our state of mind a long time ago when we started following everybody else. One nation under God.
I once seen a man jump. My words to that man before he jumped. God wouldn't want you to do it. What? God would not want you to do it. God. There are no other words to tell someone why to or why not to. It's not goading anyone. It's the facts. You don't do this because it's not what God would want. It's
so
not
when we look at all the, yeah. So when we look at some of these people that we're following that we really don't know, we can't jump on board. We have to get a really good sense of who that person really is to fully jump on board with them. Because there's people out there, and I think, and this is coming from that whole religious realm that people talk about. I like to think I'm spiritual, not really religious, but spiritual. But when they get you in those cults and start preaching all this other stuff for their own little vested interest, you know what I mean? We really got to watch. And that's what they've basically done slowly over time, and generation on top of generation. You're going to find out that most of your big athletes are Masons, and they've got some kind of connection in this, because you got the wealthy, and then you got the rich, and then you got us, right? Huh? So the wealthy use the rich to manipulate the minds for us to think that, hey, one day we can be right there. We can be those people. Yeah, no, I don't want to be those people. Because you know how many people they've stepped on? You know how many necks they've held down? You know how many people they've taken advantage of? Yeah, I don't look up to those people. So this is the change that's coming, and that darkness that they've all been involved in will come to light. It will come to light. Because there is an electronic timestamp on everything.
Yep, what goes on behind closed doors.
That's like when people say, oh, you got to watch YouTube. I ain't scared of YouTube. YouTube's got a platform out here that allows us to go into the public. If anybody's any shit, it'll be you, YouTube. So let's get shit straight.
Oh, I agree.
You can't put a platform out here and then regulate me, brother. You can take your YouTube snoob tube and shove it as far up your rear end as you want to. You'll violate that trust, and you'll be just fine.
Do right.
That's it.
Do right. Yeah.
You don't get to censor what I can say, what I can't say, what I can do, what I can't do.
I don't.
Actually, Mark can, but I can't. Um, yeah,
No. I'm talking YouTube.
I'm an atheist,
Okay.
and I find a lot of what you're saying, man, is highly dependent on non-factual stuff.
Non-factual. Okay. How does life exist? How does life continue on? How does that legacy continue on? How does life form?
It's well proven.
So we magically just evolved, and then we started creating babies in our own life. We were so smart, we figured it out on our own.
There's no magic involved. It's
Okay,
just
right.
freaking biology.
Where's the proof in that?
The state
Where's the proof in that?
I want you to look at right now. Are you doing what's right or are you doing what's wrong?
I feel like I'm doing what's right.
And that's okay, and we can agree to disagree as long as you're following the path of righteousness, whatever that is. As long as your path doesn't give you any advantages to people's disadvantages, hey, brother, we're on the same page whether you're atheist or not.
Yeah.
I don't care. You know what I mean? We can still be.
Intelligence.
Huh?
I have
Intelligence. Who gets it? Whoa! Stop there. Intelligence. Who gets to dictate that intelligence? You get to tell me what kind of intelligence I get to have, or do I get to tell you what kind of intelligence you should have?
No.
See, now are you acting right and good right there?
It's all
By
mine.
judging me because you think that I'm not as smart as you are?
I state for a fact that I'm moderate.
This is right here's what the problem is, folks.
Intelligence.
Well, what's define intelligence for me?
I have.
Do you know what day of the month to start your crop out in the field to create that agricultural legacy on?
I have proven critical thinking skills. Let's go.
Let me ask you this. I think we'll clear this up real quick. Is that intelligence? Is that an intellectual property? Then it doesn't matter to me. So there you go.
Is my intelligence intellectual?
You were basically saying I shouldn't be, or I'm less intelligent than you because I believe a certain kind of way.
I never said that.
Oh, then I might have took you wrong. I apologize.
Never.
Oh, okay.
And I wouldn't.
Well, you were still talking about intelligence, so go ahead and continue on with what you were talking about with the intelligence part.
I feel my critical thinking skills are advanced because of my career path, my educational path, and my philosophical path. So
do you think?
But what about that life path, though? What about that life path? Because see, we've all taken that path in life, and you think we all that only a select few can have critical thinking because of a background in that educational realm that you speak of? But see, what was that that
critical thinking
background? Well, no, that background of intelligence and education that you have, is that something that is an intellectual property? Is that something that is a necessity? Is that something, or is that just something you feel you should be able to do and everybody should get behind you to back it?
It's my intellectual property, I guess. I don't know.
Correct. Just like my life is my intellectual property. Nobody gets to dictate to me how I live it, what education I have, or anything like that.
Right, but because we're here in this forum, I do get to challenge you on your.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not trying to shut you down. Don't think I'm trying to be offensive in any way, because I'm not. I mean, as long as you want the best for everybody and you take no advantages from that, hey, you and I we're just fine, because that's my number one goal. Right and wrong, no advantages, no disadvantages. Simple.
My issue is with calling out God to support you
Well, I was very clear on what I thought God was. God's good. So you in your atheist state, you got that right to think that there is no God or whatever, and you're just acting in the image of good because you're a good person, and you can feel that way too. And I'm not here to knock you for that. So you shouldn't be knocking me because I spit spiritual words of a God that I think is good. You see what I'm saying? What gives you the right to say you're an atheist and then challenge me on what I am? Like one of us is right or one of us is wrong? Because how are we going to ever end that battle? We won't, because one's trying to tell another one how to live his life. You see what I'm saying? You're trying to, and that's
Certainly,
just
certainly not trying to tell you how to live your life.
well, that's the way it comes off and it's perceived out there into the public too. See what I'm saying? We should
Just
have conversations,
I'm an atheist. So I
right?
didn't harsh on
Yeah,
anybody.
no,
Will.
yeah, no. I no offense taken. No need to, because there again, that would be a negative, and that'd be going against that good that you said you're about. So see, you can't have it one way and not the other. You either walk that righteous one, that path of good, or you
That's
don't.
not
I
true.
mean, that's your choice.
I could be a good human being. Oops, sorry. Look, I can be a good
I'm not a human being. I'm a live being.
or
Hue
whatever.
is a descriptor and puts a color to it. We're energy at the end of the day.
Oh,
We don't get up and put a battery pack in our back pocket to keep that heartbeat pumping.
the energy of my brother is a Catholic priest. My sister-in-law is a Episcopalian priest. I've been talking about religion and ethics and goodness for, let's see, 45 years, at least on a weekly basis. So I'm comfortable in my position.
Is being comfortable, is that just being complacent? Is that like comfortable going to sleep, laying to bed, you get sleep, you sleep well, knowing you're doing the right thing? But what you don't, you have to take yourself and look at us on a I think a world scale, and then ask yourself that same question, and how does it feel putting yourself in as America and going, it's like Safety Man said, you can't ride the fence, because that's what you sound like, is a fence rider. So
Me?
no, it's what Safety Man quoted earlier.
Okay.
It's that he said you can't ride the fence, you have to be one or the other. There is no in between. There's no I think, well, I know. Look, America gives us these 501c3 companies, our 501c. Why do they do that? And then they say, well, everybody can have their own religion. And now they're trying to say, well, every religion's bad. Or you can't have that, or you can't have this, or you can't. Look, then we need to go back to the basics of why they're doing this, why they're saying this, why they're taking this away from people that literally have lived this their entire life to be good, righteous, great, not better than, to live in the image of. There's right and wrong. And when you're standing there and you face 3 guns, am I doing right? And am I looking straight at the barrel? And do I realize what could happen? But I know I'm right. My right shoulder says this is wrong. My left one says this is right. Now, which one do I pick? For if I pick the wrong one, I'm dead in 0.1 seconds. So, there is no second questioning. You choose what's right, godly, and the right thing to do. in a split second. And never is it clear, because when that life altering, it's just a hair trigger pull away. It's the
It's
pounds
too
of
much. There's too much hate, man. Too much divide created on color, gender, nationalities.
We are
You know
God.
what?
I'm not against you.
Wait a minute. How do you? Wait, whoa. What was that?
We are God.
No, wait a minute. You're not a believer in God, so you were just telling me that you're
We,
atheist.
we are the supreme being that we know of.
What's that?
We are the supreme being that we know of.
So that's right. Supreme ruler.
Is man.
We rule for the good.
History has not proven that out at all.
What do you mean it hasn't proven it out?
Hitler
Human
standards.
human men are good. Apparently, we've done good, but at what cost?
Done good, but what?
At what cost?
At what cost? Well, I think men became followers of other men that wasn't acting in a good image, and it's very enticing with the money, the girls, the glamour, and everything else. That men is just everybody's to blame. So nobody, hey, you're all to blame. We all are. Some of us has just woke up to the facts of what the facts are now, and we're out here trying to spread the message and share that message. And they've got you to realign religion with what they feel that God is that they're worshiping, whatever it may be.
So, if someone were to worship as a Muslim,
I don't know. That's all of them is supposed to. All of it's supposed to be good, right? I think that's the message that we need to keep pushing. See, there's that divide between the different books.
Yeah, we're being in touch with one another.
The common denominator here is all of those books are supposed to be about good.
To not judge.
What's good going on in the world today? Nothing.
Not judge. We're supposed to be above it. We're supposed to strive for better and more every day, so that we don't throw out these words of hate, anger,
divide. Call it what it is, divide, and that's what they're trying to do. They divide us, they conquer us.
Yep.
But they're not. It's not going to happen. We're going to win this war, and it's a spiritual war. It shouldn't be a hate war, because the hate's what we're against.
Sixth Estate. I played the Trolls game. I played it for a long time. There's a lot of ups, there's a lot of downs, and there's some crying in between.
That was a good talk show.
But yeah, I feel, Mark, that you are striving to become a better human being and to learn from your subscribers and your haters, whatever. And I think you're doing a good job. I've been watching you since the Freeman incident originally, and man, you've come a long way.
So what is your name?
My name?
Yes.
John.
John. Okay. I didn't see. I can't. I'm on a device outside, so I can't see. Oh, Sixth Estate. Okay. So you're out in Arizona.
Yeah.
You're around the I-10 corridor where all that traffic is coming across that border out there?
No, I'm up north near Prescott right now.
Okay. So to touch more on what you were saying about we are God, the supreme beings, right?
Yes.
Well, I don't know if you were on here when I talked about how life is created through the semen and the eggs of the woman and all of that stuff. So that was going to what your point. You kind of threw me off when you said you were atheist.
Oh yeah.
Interesting. Well, see, we connect on more levels than you think. See, we're not so crazy backwards from one another.
I'm not saying there's not a higher power.
Right. It's just what we call it. is what we disagree on, probably, I guess. Right?
That's pretty close to the truth, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But see, if we're all acting in the image of good, then there's no discussion, no debate. Your hands are clean. My hands are clean. World's a much better place. See, it's pretty simple.
Even my fingernails are clean today.
Yeah. No breakthroughs.
Which is a weird thing, considering I'm living up here in the freaking woods.
Hey, I was out in Arizona a few years ago. I was in Cave Creek. I went from Cave Creek all up through Flagstaff and up into the Grand Canyon.
That's where my
It was pretty.
it's in Flagstaff.
Yeah, I didn't like Cave Creek much. It's too brown for me. But you get up around Flagstaff and up in there, then the scenery comes back a little bit.
Hey, Six Estate, would you
It's
believe
still,
in this? Would you believe in, as children or as kids, we do childish things. So as a child, we do childish things in our childish ways. So you gotta, as a child, we came up with our own beliefs with friends, and we thought this was a cool thing to do, and so we partook in it, and we did it, and we did them crazy things. We did them off the wall things. We climbed trees. We caught frogs or tree frogs or whatever, or we caught snakes, and we lived.
You learn from that father, which was the head of the house.
Say it again, 5-speed.
Should you learn from your father, which was the head of the house?
We
And that higher power that
Mark,
Sixth Estate and I talk about lies in the head of man.
there is some truth to following
Kids don't come out mean and evil and criminals. They're brought up that way. They've seen things, and I think that higher power, and I'll start calling it that, because I don't want any divide out here, and that higher power is of good, and these kids, they're not born that way.
Sorry for walking around.
We
Mark,
run everybody off.
missed your earlier question.
You want to know something, 5-speed? When people realize
When they realize the real lies with their real eyes,
Yeah.
it just might be too late.
It's too late. It's too late to tell you or to wake you up, to have you understand how much you have just kind of been fed into this, and you've gotten fed, and it's manifested.
You know what was Pink Floyd, one of Pink Floyd's songs? You're comfortably numb.
Comfortably numb.
Well, I still describe myself as a recovering Catholic. Raised Catholic, and it took me until mid to late 20s. I was like, wait a second.
So can I ask you a question?
To me?
Yeah, a personal question?
Sure.
How long were you in the Catholic Church?
16, 17 years.
The church has sold the American people out.
How abusive was the church?
I didn't know anything in my church, which is St. Martha's in Easdale, Long Island. As far as the boys were concerned, none. Although Father Haggerty did have a relationship with just, well, it wasn't even real.
Bouncer, you're right, buddy.
But
you're right. to a
He left
certain extent.
later. But that's not to say all the other things that happened didn't happen. Just where I went, an issue, although I'm not sure that it wasn't.
Okay, you see Bouncer's comment there?
Spiritual work can only be one in depth. Don't forget history. Yeah, and it can only be one in death. It can only be one.
There's people that don't get to go back from this. There's people that's going to lose their lives in this.
Yep, I agree. I agree.
The pedophiles that have, and some of these people that have done this stuff, they don't get to recover from that. And Bouncer, I agree with you 100%. There's some things you just don't get to return from, and that is one of them.
It's unfortunate that a big part of the pedophilia rings, whatever it is.
Your government's involved in that. Well, it used to be, where we're trying to weed it out, but
seem to be in CPS.
Well, yeah.
You're gonna across the world.
Yeah. Now one's got to think. What is the head of that agency? Who is the head of that agency? Who's the evil sons of bees running the head of that agency? Those people, some of these people don't get to walk back from this. They're the ones that laid down those orders. They're the ones that made the call. Smash that child.
Yes, the ones that are sitting at home that call because they think this kid is safer in someone else's care, because where they're getting treated or how they're getting treated at their house. Let's just truly take a second look next time. Let's not do this over childhood deals. Deals gone wrong. $20, $50. You're mad at your neighbor, so let's drop a dime on them. Let's think about what you're saying about the accusations you're leveling about another human being just because you want to be right in a fight.
Exactly. I agree with that 100%. I mean,
yep.
Hello, Karen.
Is there a Karen in here? Who's Karen?
No, that was just generalizing. Just because my kids are grown, but because I yelled at my child sternly doesn't mean I'm abusing them.
No.
I'm being a parent.
I hope you're teaching them. And
why don't Bouncer ever jump up here?
I'm gonna admit, Bouncer comes up. I don't know if we need to pay him or what. Sure.
He'd be seeking an advantage, huh?
Come on, Bouncer, we're homies.
You're my homie. I remember Bouncer was going at it with his neighbors over the car, or them stealing car parts off his car. That and yellow mushrooms, he taught me a thing or two about them. Don't eat them. Let me throw a link out there again. Maybe he'll pop up. We can go fishing. We can troll. It don't matter. Let's see what we get. What were we just talking about? I got thrown off my square.
Religion?
There's so much hurt, and the forgiveness is so. It's a long road, and I'm not there. I don't even know how to. Maybe I've never asked. I've always just been angry about it. But when you get to that point where you want to hurt somebody, or you want to, that life becomes no long. You don't care about that life anymore. and you want to end that problem. That's a hard thing to come back from, to say
They just won. They just won at that point because they changed your state of mind.
they terrorize you to the point.
We got to remain in honor.
As a child, you don't have a. Again,
But see, some of this violence though is self-inflicted too. You know what I mean? If we wouldn't be putting ourselves in these positions, these things wouldn't be happening. So we are partaking into the negativity of that situation.
you can't. Some situations you were so young, there's no possible way you could have helped.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about now moving forward. I mean, yeah, we've all done things that we're probably not proud of.
Definitely.
Absolutely. If you say no, you're lying.
Right.
But I spent the last 35 years or more, actually, or 40 years. 50 years? I'm old.
I think your feelings come natural.
For it and in my mind, making up for it, because I think most of you know what I do for a living, but I take care of people to the best of my ability, and I have for many, many years. And that's what I do.
Baz is asking if you can watch his stream if you're under 18.
I believe you are allowed to, from what YouTube is stating. Obviously, if you're in here watching, you're allowed to watch.
You're learning some good information if you're in here.
I would say that.
Just 3 guys talking about stuff.
I didn't kick you, and I didn't kick you out. So, if you're admitting that you're under 18,
Who said you can't be trusted, Bouncer?
I will not come down to the fact that I cannot be trusted. The eagle eye.
We're speaking. We're talking in trust up here right now. We have been pretty much since I've been up here.
Bastard, just put up one of your cartoons in your case.
He doesn't want to get into serious conversation for fear.
He's got some knowledge, man. We need more voices. We need more positive vocal cords out there. More positive tongue speaking.
Perfect example of 3 guys, and hopefully other people will come, disagreeing somewhat about certain things, but getting along anyway and just getting through it. That's cool. That's fun.
We all play a role, Bouncer.
I don't judge.
We're one of those teeth on that bicycle sprocket that makes this world go around.
For I don't want to be judged.
My sprocket's missing a few teeth, so.
Or
we do that when we get old, but we ain't dragging somebody else's dead weight.
I'm sorry, but my friend just brought me really cold beer. I'm trying to.
And remember this, Sixth Estate. The first thing I was going to say is I was going to reference that.
I've got one left. I'm going to go crack it with this gentleman right here.
And I'm not going to.
You're not going to do it? No, wait. You're not going to. No, yes, you are. You're definitely going to do it, whatever it was. Do it.
No, because that lowers me to a, if we're on the honest, truthful, good kick, then nothing bad can happen. Nothing bad can you won't allow it. I won't allow it because it is not for me to judge at all. Period. If it's like Joe and I was trying to sharpen you. But that's not what I'm trying to do.
No, I just said I got one beer left, and I'm going to go crack it and have it with this gentleman.
Did you take your first drink yet? Okay, I heard it pop.
Mark, you don't drink alcohol.
I don't.
Who?
That's
Oh.
not to say I don't. It's to say I quit on my own accord. After watching my dad's downfalls, watching my own downfall, sitting next to my wife, thinking that this was a fun time, I had to choose for myself to stop because I can't just drink one, and because I feel like I'm 10 feet tall and 300
Bulletproof.
pounds.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's
I'm not-
usually what the brown alcohol does to me. I can do the clear.
Oh God, I miss whiskey.
Well, I mean, it's a brown. It takes a lot to get to that point. I'm usually happy-go-lucky, but I haven't really got crazy on any liquor in a long time. So I don't think I'll be partaking in any of that.
No.
I'll have some drinks, but not none of the 18 out running and bar hopping.
So Jose. Oh, Jose, can you see the bottom of the dumpster?
5 shots, and
V7 Avalon in the house.
And we shouldn't even talk about it because there's probably people on here that get triggered, to be honest with you.
How many people you got in here?
6,752. The whole world
no
watched.
way. Six.
Yeah.
No
Okay,
way.
that was a lie. I'm sorry. Okay, I was trying to.
He was taking an advantage right there.
I mean, 15 yards. I can't see.
I
How
can't.
many? Come on, Mark. How many?
I can't see. 15. 15. So, 5-speed did not run them all off like you said a half an hour earlier.
7.
Well, a lot of people don't. I feel like people take off when we get talking about some of this stuff.
Hi, Leo. Sexy dick.
And I can't see how many's in here because I'm on a mobile. So
Easy, because it's really short and not very big around.
Okay, he's had too much to drink.
No,
Wait,
I-
I do like this guy because see, he gets up here. Remember the last person that told me that they were an atheist, and then it kind of went south and all that stuff because of that. Now, see, this gentleman's got a good head on his shoulder.
I know he does. I know he does. I got it.
See, everybody wants to go to the hate.
I was just fucking around.
Don't meet up. Figure out what it really is in real life, because I've met a lot of people. I've met them in real.
If you're going to seek out the enemy, know thy enemy.
I am not your enemy.
Nope.
No.
Neither is nobody in this panel, nobody in this chat, nobody on this platform. The evil lies in the head of these administrations.
I agree. The ones taking, the ones victimizing,
the ones trafficking.
the ones trafficking.
Oh, geez, we might be missing Donald's acceptance speech.
Probably, but that's okay.
That's okay with me.
I'm one of them guys. I don't know where you fall with it, but I'm actually one of those guys that think Trump's in this for the right reasons. Could be wrong, but
you're probably wrong.
I don't think so. I'll agree to disagree, but I'm not 100% in agreement with him. But there's a lot of he's got more good than he does bad. So that's my eyes.
Done good. Never mind. Okay, done good have, but no. Start walking through the dark. What if this will keep working?
Bubble says they wear an FTP mask.
Oh, did he say I wear a FTP mask is what he said? You gonna sell me one of them FTP masks? Boy, I would buy one, but I'm so broke right now. How
we have
about
to
this?
Shit, I'm so
do we have
broke. I
to
owe
send
myself
you
$3.
your own? We have to send you your own mask.
Yeah, my own FTP mask. I can't make my own FTP mask.
You're killing me.
I know. No, I'm a crybaby. Well, I should just bust out the. I was thinking about that when Cut the Plastic always makes his own. I was thinking just go grab a sewing machine and do it myself. That would make me learn something like how to make masks.
Yeah. I bought a 3D printer. But I got the wrong one.
She Devil said she just woke up.
Well, for crying out loud, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, and all the saints.
FDSS in the house.
Yeah, DSS.
I'd watch that FDSS guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what is that guy? What's he all about?
Man, I don't even know.
You don't know?
Well, there at least there's Mommy and Minnie to keep him in line.
Yeah, you get one, you get the other. You get the you get the bull, you get the head of the horns, and vice versa. And
Okay. Wait, let me get out of the way. How many stars are on that flag?
too many. 27, 38. I don't know. Guessing. For a friend.
Does anybody ever really look back at the original 13? Does anybody ever really look back at the original 13 colonies and see who runs those states today? Where a lot of the problems lie?
There's 48 stars.
I mean, this has been going on for a long time.
But yes, he's always here.
What'd
Oh,
you
wait,
get 5
no,
stars for, Mark?
am I echoing?
I'm not echoing.
No.
Is it me?
Is it you
No,
I'm looking for? I can see it in your eyes. Oh.
You didn't win your wife over by singing, did you?
No, I didn't. I'm not. Hey, lasting as long as I did doesn't happen because I sing. All right.
Hey, Mark.
I got my wife by whistling.
I just had to bring it to your attention. The people in the chat are not social distancing. They're too close together there.
Bro, Bubbles is on top of She Devil. Mama Cookie is Baz, and Bubbles Rocks is doing something with the mask. Dude, there's a lot of non-social distancing, dude. Just stay away from each other down there in the chat. I see some hearts and cookies. Get into my van, my white van kind of stuff. That's just whoa. Water, bubbles, water, blowing bubbles.
That was a white.
Bouncer says, "Behave, Bubbles."
That has a white van. But he doesn't let anybody into it.
Do a little dance, make a little love.
Get down tonight.
I knew he was gonna finish it. There we go. I should have let you finish it. Shouldn't say that.
No, I had it back in the late 70s. I had a very really popular / unpopular T-shirt that said "Disco sucks," and I'd wear it to discos, and I wouldn't dance to that music. No way, no how. And it worked.
They're in the quarantine box. I'm going to mine and mark spot in Minneapolis. Where's that at, She Devil? You little devil. Oh, how's it go? Oh, behave. Or something.
I'm not watching the YouTube chat.
It just took a turn for the worse. We had him on track, 5 speed, and then we lost him. It's like squirrel.
Wait, there's a thing over there.
Makes me wonder, did I ever really have him?
How come Mommy and Minnie's not up here?
Mommy wants to jump on. She likes the train.
Mommy?
Bubbles was acting unprofessional. Must be an FTP masking causing oxygen deprivation. Oh, I heard you missed me. I came back. Where'd you come back from, baby? Where'd you come back from?
I could be. Jump. You can jump up.
I would rap with I could be. I'm not against that neither. But I am against those thugs. I hope someone recognizes that song. We're not against rap. We're not against rappers. But we are against those thugs. Oh, he said not tonight. I'm taken. He has prior reservations over at the Shiva Dome. Dum. Bro, beatbox Autotron. Did you see that?
For positivity.
As they're recovering.
No time for positivity.
Catholic, I am also a recovering thug.
Yeah, I could be. We're trying to stay positive tonight. How about you come up and we'll stay positive. Let's see if we can do it. Just one chance.
Saltine snowflakes. What's up there when you get salt in the eyes?
Why is everyone a mod? Is Baz a mod? Does Baz want to be a mod? I don't know.
I must not be able to see mods.
I can't. Not on StreamYard. You can't. But on here we can.
They don't have my other device out.
Okay, I just want to make this clear. A guy that does not condone, and I'm going to keep it positive here, but I want you guys to look at a fire. This is how he gets all the viewers to his channel. By posting a picture of a fire. And then when you get into his chat, then he starts speaking the good word. But it's a deception. It's a deceiving. I don't care how you deceive by the title of your video. There is a deception there. I do believe it did hurt last night when I was watching, and he kind of flipped the script on me.
The intent there would be a advantage to oneself.
Reminds
for clicks and views.
Old Jimmy Cliff song. I want to put on the iron shirt. Just couldn't stop the bird.
Now stay singing. We got this.
To deceive.
Every mama cookie mixes with her hands tastes like fish. Is that normal? You may, I don't know what was going on, but not with me here. Goes south. Ooh, going south, down south.
I have to charge my other device because I want to see what's going on YouTube.
Bouncer slabs is out. Ooh. I could be doesn't want to hang with the big boys and get with the girls up on the panel. Start shaking. I could be can't handle the motivation we got going on.
My panties are not in a knot.
They're in a bunch.
little bit up in the cheeks, but you know.
Who is?
I'm a man. I can take it.
D, is that Miss Bad Cop No Donut? No way. Is there a Miss Bad Cop No Donut? When did I didn't know this? 5-Speed? You heard of this?
No.
I haven't either. So how do we get Miss BC? Oh, 18
They said
watching,
yes.
16. Sure. Yes, it is. Well, bro, are we really gonna meet Miss BC and D? Where's okay? I gotta get through
Really?
BC and D.
Pull her up. Put her up. Come on.
Well, I want to get her up, but if I get her up, then I feel like BC and D is gonna like might hurt me or something because I didn't get prior approval. Oh, geez, V7.
It's your channel, man. Prior approval, my ass. Do what you gotta do.
Oh no, it's not what I gotta do. I mean,
She's a looker, V7 says.
so this means it's okay. No, it's not. Where'd
Said no,
BC
it
and
was
D
really
go?
Mrs.,
Tell me how
not
you found
him.
your way in here. No, it really.
Oh. I saw something before. It's like, I worked 9 hours.
Oh, he won't get you. Yeah. I wonder if I have BC and D on. No, it really is Miss, not him. Okay, so tell me something that I know about. Someone in the chat knows about BC and D. What is something he would have said?
I know nothing.
Bro, here's one hand. Here's another hand. Okay? Stop. Okay, I'll drop her a link. I'll drop her. Yeah, all hands up on the table. Okay. We're trying to post this link. We want to be fair, but I don't understand. I feel this could. Have we ever seen? Have you ever been on the panel before?
No.
Is that a yes right here? That's Mommy and Many. Do we need that? Ooh, I'm scared. I am so scared right now.
Mommy's bringing it.
Like, dude.
I'm sorry, but sometimes I find all this very super.
If you're scared, get in my pocket.
5-Speed.
Yeah.
South Carolina college student and her stepfather. Fender bender, police say. Oh, that don't sound too good. Western Mass News. South Carolina. We got his number. Well, don't say, well, you don't got to throw that one out there. Mommy and Minnie can chaperone the stream. Okay, Mommy and Minnie, you need to get up here and you got to welcome BC and D on the stream. Miss BC and D on the stream. Can't be 3 dudes. No overpowering here. And BC and D gets to say whatever she wants, and nobody gets to comment. How about that? Girl talk.
No.
Sixes wants to talk. He's got business with her.
Well, I don't know you, but unless you want to kick me, I don't want to be silenced. That'd be dumb.
They need a babysitter. I could be. You want to be a babysitter? Let's make this fun and interesting. Keep those hands up, fellas. At least let her enter the room. You're not even funny, Bouncer. You think you are, but you're not. You're really being quite.
Wait. I have a weapon.
Yeah, I have a weapon. Cam back. I got another Cam screen recording.
I have a weapon.
We're filming a film. We're taking screenshots. Ooh, WD-40, that'll lube it up.
Are you streaming this on D Live?
What's up?
I said, are you streaming this on D Live or Discord or?
No. Wait a minute. Why?
You got asked that question a few nights ago.
Oh, now I have freaking WD-40 all over my table.
Why? Who asked me?
I think it was Beanie.
Beanie. She was.
I think so.
Oh, is that Beanie? She didn't come up here tonight? She left. She was in here for a while. Oh, I didn't. I seen her briefly, and then she was like, goodbye, and then I was like, okay, bye, and I gotta start being better with names. It's 5-speed. You need to start yelling at me saying, like, hey, pay attention to your audience.
Oh, by the way.
You know me, half the time I'm not paying attention.
No one fights alone. Breast cancer?
And their families have cancer. We're fighting cancer. Be positive for them and stay powerful for them. And be powerful yourself.
Right.
Bad Cop No Donut commented.
Is that the permission? Or is that's the one? Well, bro, I'm impressed. I feel like we've never met her. I feel like this is the first. Where, what, and how? And BC&D, that was... Oh, dude. I'm either mixing him up. Hold on, I gotta... Yep, I'll let you in. Hold on. Hold on 1 sec, guys. I need to make BC&D Mrs. A Wrench right now.
Mrs. Wrench?
Mrs. Wrench is what she's going to be now. Blue Wrench. She doesn't know it yet. I don't think she left. Hopefully. Hold on. Make sure I don't have my camera on. I got to leave my camera off for a little bit. I have talked to you before, FTP, just not on panel. Okay. A little bit of a lag. Here she is. Got her. Add mod. And where is Bad Cop? Yeah, he's already blue. So she's blue and he's blue, which means they're blue together. And this, my friend.
They got the blues.
She got the blue. She's got the. I'm thinking of the song. I can't get it.
Jack.
Oh, she's got the Jack. Yes. Oh, AC. I'm not going to say the last part of it. I'm just going to say AC. And the rest of you can put the slash in the lightning bolt and do what you need to do. It was another freak out. But really went psychotic today saying nobody supports him. Bro, oh my gosh. I can't do this. I can't take part in this 5-speed.
Right.
I can't do it. I can't do it. Me and Mom, he said to tell you, hey, but he can't talk right now. No. She didn't want to talk to him. She just wanted to make sure it was cool that you were. What was the point of this? This was the point that you're protected, okay? Highly regarded, protected, and even you're like an aphrodisiac of epic proportion. You've been there. He's been there since day one. How is BC&D? How many subs does he have on his channel? And how close is he to 1,000? And you. he obviously brought. Wow, these guys do it together. You know what I'm saying?
Like and subscribe and sub to my dumbass guy. Thank you.
I don't even worry about subscribers.
I hit 100. Like made it 1,000.
Yeah.
Pissed
I
me.
think I got like 450, 460, something like that. Last time I looked.
450.
Yeah,
You're halfway there. Now it's time just to push the rest of the way.
Yeah, nah. I don't care.
That's what I'm waiting for.
About just spreading the
Going out, going live.
it, brother.
When I get to 1,000. Currently, I'm in no rush.
He's a long way from.
I'll say what I got to say.
No, you're right, 5-Speed. I've seen you get out what you want to say. These StreamYards panels do get it out there if you choose to stay focused and don't let anyone get in your way.
Yeah, at least give somebody something else to think about, another avenue, you know. A solution.
A solution. Isn't that what we're looking for at this point? The last thing I want to see is that happening to Joe again. That's not what I'm in this. No, I did not want to see that. I don't want another auditor. That to be another auditor. It's a helpless feeling situation, and you can't be there, and then you want to be there even more. But it's the wrong way. I want it in a different way.
I want just roll to be safe.
What is okay? I can't let this legit roll, can I? Seriously? What is this picture of? What am I looking at here? Can I even let that sit up there, or is that going to get me in trouble? We obviously can't.
Oh, with a rat?
It legit looks like something different, bro. I can't even tell what it is. Am I out of my mind? Somebody look at the... I can maybe let it slide. I don't know, because I guess that's his preference. So maybe I just got to let him do what he's going to do. I don't know. I brought 2 packages of diapers at Goodwill today for packing material. eBay. Emu bought that thought to light. Brought that thought to light. Yeah. Nasty Nathaniel. Let's send some love to the what? Nasty Nathaniel. What? What? Did I just hear this right? Oh. Is this the Nasty Nathaniel from California? Question mark, dot. It will definitely slide if you over. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Is this the real one?
If that's the real one, no, I could be. You said it wrong. Wasn't me. No. Oh, come on. Nasty Nathaniel is with. Well, didn't he go out? Isn't there some? Did he go with M-Star one time? Or who does he run with? No, I might be misquoting that bad. I'm kind of scared now. I could definitely be judged on that. Nasty Nathaniel and who? gosh, I can't come up with it.
Well, over what period of time? He's done stuff with everybody on the West Coast.
I'm lost. I'm lost.
Dick Hope?
I don't know if Nasty Nathaniel's telling me to do it. Do you go against what Nasty Nathaniel tells you to do? Because if I do that, man, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I have anything else to offer him. I think all my people are already.
Indeed, if you're listening, you just come on up here. Come on, man.
Here, I'll throw a
Bring it.
guest out.
Throw out a link, man.
See if we can get him on. Did it post? No, it didn't.
Oh, man, come on up, bro.
Where did all these people come from? Who sent them over here? I'm surprised. The more you know. We got Obi-Wan Kenobi in the house. I don't see a pug face. Okay, hold on. I gotta go to my chat on my other phone. I pasted it. Why did it undo my paste? Unbelievable. Sixth estate. I gotta work twice as hard because I don't know which button I'm pushing. Well, V7. Rudy Simmons. Uh-oh. Something's being... Bouncers on it. I don't see him.
Actually, another device.
I see comments that I don't see on my... Well, BC and D, I'm ready. I really am. He's a long way from 1,000. Cigarette Nick. What the? Okay, thank you. I thank you, Mommy Many. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, I understand. Oh, shit. Oh, I'm gonna be. Oh dear.
Yeah, Pugface and Nate have been out.
Pug-faced and nasty. Nathaniel. Pug and nasty.
Downtown LA? Yeah, I've seen that.
That may be accurate.
Good work.
If we wanted to go, I know, Mommy and Manny. I know. It's just a. Is it just a? Okay, it was just a time thing. And I understand. You know, no, I don't understand, but I do understand. Like I can't. Put me up against the wall, 5-speed. Putting me in a jam.
Why are you in a jam? How?
Because no matter what way you take on it, and no matter what way you rule or someone else takes care of it, but I do back Mommy Ameni. She made the right decision, and I'm gonna live with it. She gonna live with it, and we're gonna do our thing. You're right, Bouncer Slab. It's not worth thinking about it. Let your mods handle it, and just stop looking at the chat. I appreciate them good mods that make the hard decisions. You know.
YouTube chat.
Great.
No. Always do you, buddy. I don't want to take advantage of you and try to control your mind in any way. You do you.
How come I can't hear 5-speed? I can barely hear you, 5-speed.
I thought I heard something.
Let me move us around. See if I can.
Is he yelling at his kids?
I can't hear you. That's bugging me. We love some nasty Nathaniel in the morning. Uh-oh, he's gone. It's not even worth thinking about. No, it's not. I never went to Emo's stream and he still annoys me. We just keep saying his name. Mama Cookie. Yeah, he's on his last leg. I don't know what to say. The whole community deserve to be DEAD because they are streaming during his time period. What?
I kind of
All right, I'll shut down. What do you want, man?
like emo, but Emo and Diana have been.
You can't stream for 24 hours a day and think that I can be supportive of that. How am I? I'm not taking your spot. You're streaming for 12 hours a day. Wait. I'm on 3 hours and 35 minutes, so I'm on a quarter of it. I'm not taking your viewers, bro. I get my own viewers from the gutters. Trust me. Oh, man. You're Bouncer. How come I still can't hear 5-speed?
The hours and hours that people have spent on Emo and his haters. It's ridiculous. It's like, get over it. I have my haters. You have your haters. You know, we have them, and we just ignore them and go past it.
Yeah, YouTube platform that you can run whenever you want. It is.
They've swatted him, which is fucking horrible. That's ridiculous. Getting swatted.
I will say that he didn't deserve that. It's all in how you come across to people. If you're gonna ban them off the chat, if you're gonna be super mean to them, if you're gonna keep backstabbing people, if you're gonna backstab people in the chats, if you're gonna be disrespectful to people, you do accept that responsibility that comes with being a gigantic, huge, enormous head. So,
admittedly, I've been cunty at times. I try not to, but sometimes it just, I gotta say what I gotta say, and it's rare. You haven't seen it in your chats on FTP.
yeah, I don't hear you swear that much. How do we get you to rage quit?
Me to get raid? Mess with me or mine?
Yeah,
Can
we
you
don't.
hear me now?
Go ahead, 5. I can hear you.
Ethan, I don't.
Oh, okay. I guess it was on my end. No, what I was going to say to you earlier, what I was trying to say, you do you. I think the people that come on here and follow and is listening to some of this stuff, they're here because of the message and the conversation. You know what I mean? So you just, at the end of the day, you do you, brother.
Well, I think FTP puts up these panels, and we all get to talk a little bit. And I wish more people would come in, but it
Need to be more conversation about this kind of stuff.
He guides it to be a positive experience for most people, and I think that's powerful. It's a powerful, whatever podcast stream, whatever you want to call it.
And that's what's drawing the people to you, I think, that positivity. And the message that, I've listened to you. Hell, you and I have even chopped it up for hours.
Hours on the phone. we talk better on the phone than we can on these panels for some reason.
Well, I think there's a lot of questions involved, interruptions with other people, but hey, that's what we're here to do, just to get everybody to think differently and think more in a positive way and not look for the negatives, because you know the negatives, you may find one, you may not, but a positive, you're guaranteed to find one of them when the outcome all the time. So see what I mean? So if we look more for the positive in people, we'll get past a lot of this stuff.
Right.
Right on, brother. Oh, I forgot.
Good evening, Robert. Everyone, glad to see and hear you are doing what you all do best. Share your thoughts and opinions on various topics. We
Everybody's
do. Is that number 3?
Yes.
3 or 4. I'm keeping track for you.
Thank you.
I'll
Thank
tell
you.
you cut off.
Thank you, Mrs. Six.
It's when you're under the table.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see Mrs. CPND, CN, BNC.
BCND.
Thank you.
You want to
win.
meet Mrs. Sixth Estate?
Yeah, where's Mrs. Sixth Estate?
At home in Flagstaff.
Is that where you're at? Is in Flagstaff?
No, I'm in Prescott. Near Prescott. Near Prescott.
Yeah, it's beautiful up through there.
Up in the mountains. Yeah, I've been here since May 2nd. I go to town twice a week for cigarettes, booze, and vegetables.
You get food too, right?
Meat is already freezer's full of meat. Uh-oh.
Yeah, there's plenty to eat up that way.
Mark, you froze.
I'm froze, or I just wasn't moving.
You weren't moving.
Maybe you pulled a Justin Pulliam and just didn't move.
Oh, I just don't move and fixed on my phone. I was just looking, I shouldn't look that way, but I do. And no, I don't mean it like that. I just mean,
Justin Pulliam is the champion of not moving for like a minute and a half while he's doing stuff on, like getting stuff ready. He's like, screen Fred, you're like trying to re-upload and everything.
no, sorry, no pressure, Miss B, C, and D. Just know that I haven't forgotten about you. I know you got stuff to do and you're busy, and understand that I enjoy having you in my chats, and if you decide to come on the panel, that would be great. Both you and Bad Cop No Donut, and
no donut.
You guys can reconnect on my channel if you want. You and sitting right next to each other in other rooms of your house, you can get to you can connect with your other half. Definitely, that's a thing, because the internet is a thing and it pulls you away from your family. So anything I can do to make both of you guys laugh or have fun, entertain.
Hey, at least tonight it's been positive.
It has for a long period of time. I love it.
I've been alone up here at the cabin most of the time since May 2nd. Think
She
about
just decided not to come along, huh?
yeah, she has to work
Oh,
in a hospital.
yeah.
I work remotely.
School started today for everybody, so I don't know. It's a little scary. They're keeping everybody apart and social distancing, and I'm down a car.
Did your kids go into school, like actual school?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. My other
How do you
one
feel
didn't
about
go back to college though. He wanted to take a year off. He wasn't feeling comfortable with it, and I think the first year was a little rough on him. So I think he's just gonna. And I hate. No, I don't hate hearing that. I just think you got to get yourself in a better. It's been a bad year, and I just want to see that positivity in his attitude and the will to want to do the hard work to gain. But if we really are truly thinking about it, what are we gaining other than debt? So, I'm just gonna stay out of the debate. Whatever he wants to do, I will back him. But morally, or if he's not feeling right or happy, then he needs to go the right way in life to receive the happiness that he deserves. Life is a roller coaster. I do think we all need love at some point.
my son?
That's all we need is love.
My son, who's a master's in political science and something else in the Netherlands, is actually here in Arizona now, working on his master's thesis online. And he gets to be here till at least Christmas. So that's awesome. But there's challenges to working on your master's thesis from 4,000 miles. I'm glad it's not me. Oh, I gotta get a better lighting, eh? No, that didn't help at all, did it?
No, you went dark. 0 dark 30.
Yep. All right. Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
Get rid of me.
You mean like this? Is that what he meant? He said get rid of him. Is that what he meant? Put 2 fingers up if you want back on. Put 1 finger up if you want me to boot you clean off. Can't quite see. I almost can. Time to break out the swarm of fireflies.
What did he take off?
Yep. We'll see you later there, 5-Speed. It was nice talking with you today.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure.
I think
You
it's
jump.
better. Live.
Yeah.
I think that's why you've seen the numbers where they were, and they are steady, and they're up there. A drama channel may get more, but I think long term that's not going to work out. And I don't think that's where we need to be focused at. We are in. I mean, it is what you say. We're in the wrong.
Look at all that negativity we got to drown out with some good. I mean, really, at the end of the day, that's what it is, man.
We're gonna see what kind of channel I am, or what I can. It's not even about that. It's just you can either make a positive footprint, or you can make a negative footprint, but your footprints will lead to they'll leave a lasting imprint. It's like the pebble you throw in the lake. It leaves a ripple effect. So
Certainly leave some pure positivity.
yep, you
All
have
right,
a
man.
good night. I'm sure
All
you're
right, man.
tired, and take care. We'll hit it again. I got to get to bed too, like everybody else. It's been a good show, and obviously people want the platform too, to where other people can enjoy it too.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right, man. Peace, everybody. Everybody in the chat. Have a blessed evening.
And I know BC&D's missus was gonna come back at some point, but I'm just gonna we're gonna leave that for another night, and I hope we get them both on maybe at the same time. I'd like to meet them together. I forget if I ran into him in Code's room. If there's something going on with, yeah, that's just my own mind thinking. So uh, everybody's got stuff they got to do, and I love you all. Mommy and Many, thank you for being an awesome mod. Thank you, Bouncer Slab, for being a respectful mod. Right along with you, Mommy and Many. Robert, sorry you just got here and then I'm shutting her down. That's just how it goes sometimes. I'm gonna get something to drink, some water or something, glass of water.
I wanted to stress that Robert, Dickey, and Bouncer, all you guys, man, you had some good conversation in the chat tonight as well. So I'll always chop it up. Maybe we should get up on a panel sometime and all of us just get into some good conversation. Because looking at the comments, I would chop it up with you. Night, Mommy and Minnie. All right, man, I'm out. Peace.
Peace out. Love. Go to bed happy, healthy. Stay healthy, stay up, stay strong, stay mentally focused, spiritually focused, and have a good night. I was with you for a while, 3 hours. We had it. We done it. We created it. We visualized it. We got it. And yeah, we did a little bit longer of a live stream. Thank you, Lindsay Hayen, for being in here. Just everybody that inputted in the conversation. You do hypnotize people by accident, and then we all go to sleep. Sometimes it's with them. You know, don't eat the yellow ones. You know. Have a good night, man. You can't trust me on panel. Bouncer, remember, 5-Speed wants you on panel. You're gonna come on panel. Great views tonight. Honest views. People, respectful views. Look at Gray Dude in the house. Everybody popping in to say, hey, what's up? Gray Dude's that guy behind the Gray Dude. He come up on panel one time. I like that. I appreciate that. I respect that, Gray Dude. You're back in here night after night. The late night chats. You know, once it gets too late, you got to watch out. But look, I see my numbers climbing a little bit, but we're going to jump off of here. You guys have a good night, and please support them good streams. Support the positive streams. Go in the right direction, and we're all going to build and grow together. We will all continue in a positive direction, and we will come up with great conversations, content, people you want to listen to. We'll have people on that you want to hear, that you enjoy. And Bouncer Slab, he's in the comments just chopping it up. He slices and dices that comment section. He owns that comment section. Lindsay, I don't know what you're doing, but hey, maybe hit me up on Messenger or something a little bit later, or tomorrow, or sometime when I'm not doing nothing, and we can just sit and laugh, you know? I don't know. Spread the love. Gray Dude, look at this. Look at this. Small steps are always needed before big leaps. All right, 5 Speed, that's the mark. When he says, much love, everyone, that's it. Peace, we out.